Hey everyone, welcome to Zack Attack News Live. I'm super excited to be here on this Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, as we do every single week. As you can see the email below, if you have any news that you specifically want me to talk about, or if you heard any juicy rumors, you can always email me them ahead of the show, and I might add it to the show if I can find enough information about it. Today we have some meaty topics to talk about. I'm super excited. We're going to break down the weekend's box office. We're going to talk about the Golden Globes. I have some rapid fire news to get off, and we're going to talk about what's coming next for this weekend, what you can watch in theaters and on streaming. Super excited. If you're watching live, say what's up, say hi, let me know how your day is going. If you're watching afterwards, drop it in the comments down below. You know how this goes. Let's see what's going on. Day show. First, because I'm boss, of course. You scared me. I was playing the God of War DLC. But you knew I was coming. You were first. How could I scare you? That's quite hilarious. I'm happy you're getting to play it. I need to go get God of War and play it myself. So let's get into the first topic, which is what I like to call. I should have had this lined up. Of the box. Played it twice. It's so nice I played it twice. We're going to break down the narratives and everything that's going on in the boxes with your favorite movies. We're going to do this, and then we're going to get right into the Golden Globes. I know that's what you want to talk about. Let's see. He said, hey, Zach, got to talk awards sometime. Critic Choice nominations tomorrow. Yes. We definitely do got to talk about it, Noah. This is really exciting. This is the attack of the box office. We're going to go through the box office. Then we're going to get into those Golden Globe nominations. So for this weekend, American box office has been up and down and a struggle since 2019. 2019 was one of the most successful years for money making in America in a long time. We had multiple billion-dollar movies. We had new franchises coming. Comic book hero movies were at all-time high. We had other movies other than comic book hero movies doing really well. And then the pandemic hit, and now it's been really hard for movies to make budget, do any good. So now, because of that and the mixture of, I want to give Netflix a lot of credit for introducing a lot of audiences to foreign content from Germany, Japan, China, Taiwan, and all these different countries, France, and all these different countries where you have to read subtitles. And now more American audiences are interested in watching things in theaters that you have to read subtitles, that's coming from places that are not America, and seeing those stories. I think a combination of that and the political climate in America is really showcasing in the box office. And as you can see here, The Boy and the Heron from Studio Ghibli G Kids, Hayao Miyazaki, is the #1 movie of the weekend. It is the winner of the weekend, making $12 million at the box office. One of the highest grossing animated anime films in the United States. 12 million doesn't seem like a lot, but with how the budget of this wasn't super duper high compared to a lot of animated films, and the fact that most animated fare in America that comes out from other countries don't do so well, this is a win and show a progression. We had Jujutsu Kaisen, we had Demon Slayer, we had Dragon Ball Super Brawly, Dragon Ball Superhero, still super title, but a great movie. With those movies doing really well and showcasing that these movies, people want to see these movies at the theater, this was a great time for this movie to do this. I have my review for this movie on my channel as well if you want to hear my full thoughts about it. But I'm really happy that Studio Ghibli got this hit. They've been releasing really great content over the last couple years, maybe a decade or so, and they finally got something that's going to connect a little bit more. It's not a runaway hit. Not everyone's going to check out this movie, but it's a good showing, and it's going to set up for other animation that feels like this more Western style or Eastern style animation. So I'm happy for that. I'm really happy for the #2 is The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Oh, by the way, sorry, before I get The Hunger Games, The Boy and the Heron is currently at like $80 million worldwide. It's making 12 million here, but it's making a whole lot of money overseas, which makes a lot of sense. I think Hayao and Studio Ghibli are bigger overseas, so that makes tons of sense. The Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm really happy for this movie. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. and I reviewed that movie. I gave it a high score. You can check out my full thoughts. It only dropped 34% this week, and it's been out for a couple weeks. Still holding strong at number 2, fourth week in a row. And I'm really happy for this movie that's doing so well. Made back its money. It's currently at 135 million. I think it was made for like 20-40 million. So that's really, really big. Godzilla minus one is number 3, and this is what I was talking about. Some of the narratives here, some international fare, the top 5, almost both making 10 million a piece. Godzilla in its second weekend dropping only 24%, which is really, really strong hold after debuting at 11 million. It's currently at 25 million international. I mean, domestically, and it's going to be a banger internationally. It's one of the highest grossing foreign films, one of the highest grossing Godzilla films of this kind, the non-American ones. So this, The Boy and the Heron and Godzilla minus one, is showing that we are expanding our taste in cinema, and I'm really happy for that because a lot of the best cinema is foreign. So good for Godzilla minus one. Trolls Band Together only dropped at 22%. It didn't have the biggest opening, and I do think it releasing next to Wish, which dropped 31%, was not a good idea. I kind of split the box office a bit between those two, but it's the one that's winning overall. And it's going to be interesting when we talk about the Golden Globe nominations and this versus that in terms of fanfare and Oscar consideration. How this one is doing better at the box office, but Wish it may be the one that gets the awards. So that's number 4. I talked about Wish. That's number 6. Not a movie that's tracking really well, considering it's not going to be an Elemental where the word of mouth is going to catapult it to $150 million box office, unfortunately. Number 5, unfortunately, the Beyonce Renaissance film of the tour did not do it. Taylor Swift. It opened pretty low at like $22 million in the first weekend. Now it's in the second weekend, and it dropped 74%. Which is not great since it already had a low opening compared to the Taylor Swift. That's the thing, is the comparison. This is not too terribly bad for a concert film in general, but Hollywood and movies all about comparisons. We do it all the time. And the fact that the movie couldn't even do a quarter of what Taylor Swift did, and Beyonce, to me, matches the same energy as Taylor Swift in terms of how big of a star. There's some of the narratives that we talked about is that, Beyonce didn't hype this up as much as she could, or her team. It's not up to her, it's her team to do it. And also that she might be a little bit more adult. So some kids probably couldn't check this out as much as they could, because there was a lot of kids rewatching the movie in theaters throughout the week. So that could have hurt this a lot. It's coming at number 7, dropping from 6. Napoleon, dropping 43%. This movie is surprisingly doing really, really well overall. It's only 53 million domestic, but it's doing really well internationally. So it may make back its money, which is very, very interesting. I have a review for that movie as well on my channel if you want to check that out, and for Godzilla, Hunger Games, and Boy and the Heron. Waitress the Musical, a trailer that I've been seeing over and over and over and over again in theaters and wondering who's going to watch this. People watched it. It made it in the top 10. In its first weekend, we get $2 million. I'm not sure what the budget for this film was, but I'm pretty sure it's not a lot. And yeah, that's a success, and it may be something that we can do push it forward. The Hollywood and the movie theaters are looking for different types of content that they could put in theaters to draw people to come watch it. I think that musicals coming to theaters could really, really help, because after the run of the musical, obviously, because the musicals are super expensive and sometimes people can't pay for the live performance, so you go to the theater and check it out. That with films based on tours, I think comedy shows could be really interesting as well after the run runs up, and maybe a streaming service runs up. And I think wrestling is an untapped market. I know that Regal AMC plays wrestling shows sometimes, like the pay-per-views and the premium live events, but it's not as wide as I would like. There's only in one theater in New York. Actually, it's not even New York. I would have to go to New Jersey to go check out a pay-per-view, and I think it's something that we would love to do as a group. I remember growing up going to someone's house to watch a pay-per-view for wrestling. And I think if you could go to a theater, maybe rent out a theater, or you just buy up all the seats to watch a pay-per-view, that would be some gangbusters. They don't even have to run it that many times. Obviously they can't, because it's live and it comes out on time. I don't know, but I think that's something else that they could do. So Waitress is a success to me in my eyes in terms of narratives and pushing forward something that theaters could do. The Animal, which is another foreign language film. We got another foreign language film in the top 10 at number 9, making 2 million, dropped 61%, which is kind of high. But to me, that's a success because these movies don't really make it to the top 10. This is a Indian film. So that's really great. The Shift is here, Silent Light, and the Marvels, certain movies that just didn't really do that well, drop hard. Unfortunately, the Marvels continues to not do well, only making 82 million so far, hasn't even made the century mark. Thanksgiving is going to be on premium on demand pretty soon. I think in the next week or the week after, and I'm excited to check it out because I didn't get to see it in theaters. But it made 30 million in theaters, which is not terrible for a low budget horror flick. So it made some money. It's going to make even a ton of money on digital. So I think this is a success, and I think they know that, and that's why we're getting a second one. Saltburn dropped 35%, made 8 million. This is an awards film, a very weird one I heard. And it has, when we talk about the Golden Globes, it has some nominations. So it made $1 million. Nobody really expected this to go too crazy. It doesn't have any box office stars in it. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. Die Hard, Christmas movie of the year. Got re-releasing for Christmas, made almost $1 million, which is not bad for a movie that's so old, for people to see it that much. And even though it's such an old movie. And that's why I think that the Disney Pixar films that they're releasing next year in 2024 has a chance for people to go check them out. Holdovers, Poor Things, did really, really well. I know this number looks low, but for such a small film and how many theaters it had, 9, it made a lot of money just for playing in like 9 theaters. So I know a lot of people didn't get to check it out. I got to check it out early because it goes wide on the 22nd. That's where everybody across the nation will be able to get to check it out easier. I have a review for the Poor Things on my channel. Sneak peek of that preview of my review. My review is that it's one of the best films of the year. And right under it, Dream Scenario dropped 63%, which is not great, but it made 4 million. This is not a movie that I think A24 thought was going to make a ton of money, but I'm so happy for this film that's getting some recognition, as we're going to see when we get to the Golden Globes. And yeah, I'm glad that it's doing decent. Hopefully, I know more people ain't going to go check it out, but Eileen, a movie I didn't get to check out, but I wanted to see, is made $500,000. It looks like it went up from when it's limited release, which is great. It's a small little flick. I heard that the performances in the film are fantastic, and it's actually like a Hitchcockian type film, which I seen Vertigo, which I really, really enjoyed. So I'm excited to see more Hitchcock type stuff. But yeah, Alien is another film to look out for, not for awards, but just in general as entertainment. I've only heard good things about it. And then the rest of the films are some things that have been here for a long time, like Oppenheimer is people are still going to see it. Love Actually re-released, The Oath, Kills the Flower Moon. Eventually this is just going to be taken out of theaters. Five Nights at Freddy's is licking its wounds, getting some money. It's made a lot of money already. Next Goal Wins is just kind of a disaster, unfortunately, not even at 10 million yet. But big things here. Anatomy of Fall also didn't hit as much as I would have loved it to, and Monster as well. But the big thing here is the foreign films and the musicals and the things that we usually don't see in the top 10. So that was my box office breakdown, the attack of the show. Guys, what movies have you been rooting for the box office this year and this weekend that you wanted to see do well? How do you guys feel about The Boy and the Heron doing really well? Drop all those comments down below if you're watching this on the replay. If you're watching it live, let me know what you think. And before we get on to the next topic, which is the big topic of the day, which will be about the Golden Globes, which so much to talk about when it comes to Golden Globes. So let me know if you guys have anything to say about the box office, the attack of the box office. Let's see what do you guys have to say. I got some people in the chat. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. I appreciate you guys. I enjoyed it, but chose not to review it. Interesting. I wonder why you didn't review. Why didn't you review it, Dave Show, The Boy and the Heron? Hey, Collector Movie Man, what's up, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. Wonka, I think, is gonna kill it this week. So right now, the projection for Wonka is $35 million, which is not bad. But people were saying that it may go bigger than that because of the positive word of mouth that it's been getting. So it might get 4. It might get a 4 in front of it, maybe a 5, maybe 50 million. We never see. I have my ticket. We never see. We will see. You never know. That's what I meant to say. Combine the two. I have my tickets for it on Friday. I'm excited to check it out because I'm a Timothy Chalamet fan. So anything he's in, I'm gonna check out, even if Like I might not like it, like Bones and all. Hey, my boy Kenny Sparks, what's up? Thank you for joining the live stream, my guy. Hey, have you seen with T? Thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate you being here. I'm doing a live stream on this Friday. Nice, nice. Definitely gonna check in on that. Die Hard, greatest Christmas movie ever. No debating. Well, tell channel friend Zach Gawler that. He made a whole 5-minute diatribe on his Die Hard review that is not a Christmas movie. But go check him out. Go subscribe to Zach Gawler, another great Zach on the movie tuber communities. Do you think Iron Claw will finally get the mainstream people to know who A24 is? I think that the mainstream knows who A24 is because of things like Everything Everywhere All at Once, Hereditary, Midsummer, and things like that. So those couple films there, I think, has helped A24 get into the mainstream. I just think that mainstream is scared to go watch their films because they're a little weird. A lot of them are a little weird. A lot of them are a little slow, like The Lamb and Witch and all these other movies that I enjoy. But mainstream fans are going to be like, "What the hell is this? Why am I watching just the landscape passing by?" You know. And also it's wrestling. That's niche. It's big, but it's niche, and it's also not tracking too high. It's also not getting a lot of awards play, as we'll see when we get to the Golden Globes. I'm not the biggest fan of The Boy and the Heron, but I'm always happy when movies do well in theaters. That's a good way to think about it. Are you going to talk about TV shows for Golden Globes? No, I'm only going to stick to the movies when I talk about the Golden Globes because that's mostly the news I focus on. And I don't have enough knowledge about the movies because I haven't been watching too many shows. If you go watch the Obi Thorn Alliance, I did a live stream with them and Zach Malign Talks Movies on Sunday where we talked about top 5 shows and movies of the year so far. And yeah, I didn't have a lot of the shows that I watched were earlier in the year because I just don't have time because I'm watching so many movies. Glad Godzilla's -1 is making money. Me too. Seeing Iron Claw tomorrow and Wonka on Thursday. Lucky you getting to see Iron Claw early. I'm probably the only person excited for going to see Wonka this weekend. Nope, I'm excited too. Man, I could have grabbed the TMT Steelbook from Walmart, but I had to be a good boy and stop myself. I understand that. I understand wanting to be a good boy, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. Got about 10 minutes left at Holdovers. It might be my favorite movie of the year. A lot of people have been saying that. A lot of people love that movie. I wish I got to. That's one of those. Kenny Sparks has a video on his channel where he talks about a movie he wished he reviewed. Go check that out. Subscribe to him. I wish I got to review The Holdovers because it's such a wonderful film. I don't love it as much as everyone else, but I do love the film. It's in my top 15, maybe top 10 of the year. I will DM you my reason to not review. Okay, that's fine. One of my favorite TV shows is nominated for Best Drama for a TV show, and then Pedro Pascal nominated for Best Actor and Bella Ramsey. Yeah, I saw that. That's exciting. I'm seeing Wonka Thursday as well. Nice. Okay, let's get into the Golden Globe nomination talk. Remember, this email right here is here because you can email me about anything for the live stream show specifically. And yeah, that's there to send me news articles or things that you might have heard, any rumors, if you have any insider talk. So this Golden Globe talk is a new segment I'm going to have because this is Oscar season. All these things are precursors for Oscars. The Gotham Awards, which I covered already, the Golden Globes, we have the Critic Choice Awards coming tomorrow. All these things are great and they're prestigious, but they're all leading into the Oscars. They're precursors to the Oscars. They're setting up the big Oscar nominations. So I have a new segment on Zack Attack News Live, and it's going to be the Oscar watch. Really, really excited to do this. I got to see so many movies this year. I think I'm at 96, 97 movies this year. And I got to actually see a lot of these movies. I'm not going to be in the dark when talking about the Golden Globes. So the Golden Globes now announced their nominations yesterday. And there's a lot of narratives, a lot of things going on. We're going to go through the movie list, the nominations, and then I'm going to talk about what people believe are snubs and what people believe are surprises and some of the new categories that they made and what they mean. So we're going to go through that. Let's first go through the nominations. Let me know, guys, if you can see what I'm seeing, if you can read it well, if I need to make it bigger. So first off, this is coming from Rotten Tomatoes. Surprisingly, we have all the nominations for the movies, and we're gonna start with Best Motion Picture Drama. So that's going to be Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan, Killers of the Flower Moon by Martin Scorsese, Maestro by Bradley Cooper, Past Lives by Celine Song, The Zone of Interest, which is not out yet, it's supposed to be coming out this Friday. I'm not sure who directs that. It's a foreign film. And Anatomy of Fall, which I saw as well. And I forgot who the director of that as well, but I saw that film. Out of these, 1, 2, 3, I think it's 6 films because they have made it 6 films instead of 5. Out of these 6 films, I saw 1, 2, 3, 4. I've seen 4 of the 6 films. So I'm really excited to check out Maestro. I know that debuted in theaters this Friday. I might wait for Netflix drop and then I'll do a review for it then. Past Lives I've seen. Zone of Interest, I want to go check out because I heard amazing things, and I love that A24 has 2 things in here because I'm a big fan of them. This is interesting. This is an interesting thing. I will say that it's not that diverse in terms of who's in there, except like I guess like Past Lives. Other than that, it's a lot of white people. There's nothing wrong with that. All great films, most likely, but just saying, not really that diverse, which is okay. It happens. Best performance. Oh, and by the way, let me just say this. I'm going to talk about who I think will win and who I want to win. Who I think will win Best Motion Picture Drama, I think it's going to be Killers of the Flower Moon. Surprisingly, I think it's going to be Killers of the Flower Moon. Who I want to win is Anatomy of the Fall. Even though I have Oppenheimer a higher film over it, I think Anatomy of the Fall is such a phenomenal film and it's not getting talked about enough. I would love it to get award consideration, and I would love Neon as a company to get on the board as a prestigious company because they've been putting out bangers, but they don't get as much notice as A24 does. So I think that will help. But I haven't seen Zone of Interest. I haven't seen Maestro. So it's possible that these movies are phenomenal and they deserve it more. But I could definitely see Killers of the Flower Moon getting it, even though I'm not too big fan of it. What do you guys think about the Best Motion Picture Drama? Let me see what you guys have to say. He said little golf clap. Yeah, you like that? I have not seen any of those movies. Damn. Come on, have you seen with T? Get your cinephile game up, man. I'm watching Past Lives pretty soon. I'm really interested to hear what you think about Past Lives. I'm very interested in Zone of Interest. I'm not sure if I could stomach that movie. Yeah. Not many movies really bother me that much, but that might bother me. That sounds like an interesting, crazy movie. And if whoever watching live or watching the replay, if you don't know what Zone of Interest is because it hasn't come out and maybe you're a casual moviegoer, it's about some Nazis who live on Auschwitz, and it's like detailing their lives as Jewish people are getting tortured and kind of like how they are part of it, but not a part of it. It's you can hear the screams and the stuff that's going on with them, but you never see it. You just see them living their lives. It's an interesting thing. It sounds like an experimental film. I'm interested to see how it goes. I've only seen Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon. I tried to watch a Past Lives. I did not like it because it was all in subtitles. They shouldn't have at least it dubbed. Interesting. Collect the Movie Man. You gotta watch things in subtitles, man. God, you're missing out. You're missing out. I really want to see Past Lives, but I would have to know that it's dubbed English because I'm really bad at okay. I don't think that's gonna be something that's gonna be dubbed because part of it is in English. There's parts of the movie where they speak English, and it's American film. It's not a foreign language film, so that's definitely not gonna be dubbed, unfortunately. Flower Moon. I'll be shocked if Killers of the Flower Moon didn't win. I really want to see Anatomy of Fall, but every time I look for it, it's not available. Damn, that sucks. I haven't seen a trailer for Zone of Interest yet, and I'm thinking I'm going in blind. I would say the best thing is to go in blind. The trailer is not good. I'm not gonna lie. The trailer for Zone of Interest is not good, but the movie sounds amazing. Hoping Oppenheimer wins. Killer of Flower Moon could win it too. Is Maestro out yet? Maestro came out this Friday. So yeah, Maestro came out this Friday. So that's a possibility. It should be. I don't know when it's the Netflix debut, but it's running in the theaters for a little while. I need to see Past Lives, and When Evil Lurks was crazy. Yeah, and yeah, it definitely was. But that's definitely not getting nominated. So moving on to best performance by actress in a motion picture. Drama. So this is specifically for dramas. As we expected, Lily Gladstone for Kills the Flower Moon. I've heard big buzz about Carrie Mulligan in Maestro. Sandra Hüller in Anatomy of Fall, which I'm excited for. She was phenomenal. Surprised that she's not here twice because she's also in Zone of Interest. And I heard she's amazing in that too. Annette Bening in Naiad. I'm interested in seeing how people react to this because I haven't watched Naiad yet, but I've heard that the movie is really not good. And so it's interesting to see that she got nominated. Maybe I need to just watch it for myself and judge it myself. But I've only heard bad things about Nayad. So it's interesting that she got nominated. Maybe it's like Tar from last year, where I thought was awful. But Kate Blanchett was phenomenal, and I thought Kate Blanchett deserved an Oscar performance. I just did not like that movie. So it might be a possibility that Annette Bening has this amazing performance, but Nayad is not good. So we'll see. Greta Lee from Past Lives and Kaylee Spaney for Priscilla, which I'm really, really happy to see that she's getting nominated. And people are saying that she's probably on the short list for the Oscar nom. In terms of, man, who will win? I think Lily Gladstone will win. And I see somebody saying that here. And I just realized I don't have my little title up. I think, like you said, Lily Gladstone is winning the best performance. Hey, Malcolm, aka Mr. Awesome, thank you for joining the live stream, man. Appreciate you being here. I see, I see a lot of talk about Lily Gladstone winning. My only issue is that she wasn't really a lead actress in that movie. She felt more like a supporting actress. And I feel like she had a lot less to do than every single person in this movie. So in the other movies, so I could see her winning. And I feel like she's been the front runner up until the movie came out and people saw how limited her role was. And it's a possibility she's not as strong as people think. Carrie Mulligan, I heard great things. I got to see the movie to have an opinion on it, but it doesn't seem like has strong contention. Sandra Hüller is my pick for best actress in performance. And for any surprises, for me, it's between Kaylee Spaney and Greta Lee. And if between those two for a surprise pick for win, I would love Kaylee Spaney to win because I think she did a phenomenal job. And I'm just a fan of her even before this, from stuff I've seen in before. But I think she did a great job as Priscilla Presley in that movie. And it wasn't just about her emotional acting. It was just like her body language and how she looked like a kid, and then she looked like a teenager, and then she looked like an adult as expanded. And she did a lot with that performance. And it's subtle as well. Greta Lee, I'm gonna say here, I'm not a huge, I like Past Lives. I don't think it's an Oscar worthy film, unfortunately, and I don't think Greta Lee gave this amazing performance to be nominated. But I am in the minority. A lot of people love Past Lives, so she has a chance. I just think that maybe because it's her first time, that she's probably not going to get nominated. But let me see what you guys are saying in the chat before I knew to the next hot topic. Let's see. Hope Hamline wins. Oh, you said that. I really want to see Maestro, but it's not playing at my theaters near me, so I'm just gonna wait till January and watch it on Netflix. That's what I'm thinking. There's so many movies I want to watch that's coming out, and so many movies I missed that I want to check out before I make my top 10 list. I just can't take the time to watch Maestro. I'm gonna have to hear someone tell me Maestro is good before I see it. Oh, I need to see Maestro. Lily Gladstone is winning best performance. I have a lot of Oscar movies to catch up on. I think Lily Gladstone needs to win. Zone of Interest sounds really interesting. Zone of Interest sounds really interesting. It isn't subtitles. I think Lily Gladstone's gonna win. I won't be upset if Lily Gladstone wins. I'd be pretty happy. But in all fairness, I haven't seen any other movies listed. That's interesting. Yeah. Hopefully, when you see Anatomy of Fall, you get on the Sandra Hüller train, man. I saw Priscilla. I can see Kaylee Spaney winning as a surprise. Yeah. She was very, very strong in Priscilla. My two predictions for actors are Leonardo DiCaprio and Cillian Murphy. Okay, you're skipping ahead. We ain't get there yet. But let's see. What's up next? Okay, so best performance by actor in drama. We got Bradley Cooper and Maestro, Cillian Murphy and Oppenheimer. Why do I have three fingers up? Leonardo DiCaprio, Kills Flower Moon. Coleman Domingo for Rustin, which is great. I'm happy for him. He's been around for a long, long time. I'm excited that he's gotten nominated for that. I got to check out Rustin. It's on Netflix right now if you guys haven't seen it. Andrew Scott and All of Us Are Strangers. I've heard great things about this. I don't know if that movie's out yet. I'm not 100% sure. And Barry Keoghan in Saltburn, which is crazy out of left field. And that's one of those because they expanded it to 6 that Barry Keoghan gets in kind of thing because he wasn't talked about as someone. And I'm hopefully this gives them momentum. I like Barry Keoghan a lot. I still need to see Saltburn. I haven't seen it. For me personally, the front runner should be Cillian Murphy. I think Cillian Murphy should have this in a lock. I think the way Oppenheimer it's the second biggest movie of the year. I think no, it's the third. It's either the third or fourth. I think it's the third biggest movie of the year, right behind Barbie and Mario. Cillian Murphy carried the. No, there was other great performers, obviously Robert Downey Jr., but Cillian Murphy really carried that movie. And I think he did a phenomenal performance in that. I think Leonardo DiCaprio had a great performance in his film as well, but I don't revere it as much as Cillian Murphy because I feel like Robert De Niro helped that performance a lot. I feel like Lily Gladstone helped him a lot. I feel like a lot of other performers helped him a lot in that one. I haven't seen Bradley Cooper and Maestro yet, so maybe he's amazing, and I see it, and I changed my mind. I got to see Coleman Domingo. I got to see Andrew Scott and Barry Keoghan. So I've only seen 2 out of these. So there's a possibility that maybe once I see all these, that my mind changes is not Cillian Murphy. But as of right now, Cillian Murphy is who I think will win. I think he should win because that's what I see. And if anyone's a surprise, I think the surprise will be most likely Bradley Cooper. I'm not sure. I would say Coleman Domingo for Rustin, but I'm not sure how people love that movie. I've heard mixed things. One thing I'll say about this, I love that this has like a mixture of vibes. Like obviously it's Bradley, Cillian, Leonardo DiCaprio, Andrew Scott, Barry Keoghan, bunch of white guys. But Coleman's here, and then he's playing a character that's gay. I think that's really interesting for a gay character to get nominated. I don't know how many times a gay character has been nominated, but I don't think it's a lot. So I'm really interested in this. So guys, in the chat, what do you guys think about the male performers? Like you said your predictions is DiCaprio and Murphy. That's who you predict. Is Saltburn a subtitle movie? No, I haven't seen it, but I don't believe so. The trailer is all in English. I think it's a full English movie. I don't think it's subtitles at all. Barry Keoghan's performance I've seen is the best performance. Barry Keoghan of the performances I've seen is wow. Okay, so you think Barry Keoghan's performance is the best out of Cillian Leonardo DiCaprio? Okay, I gotta see that. I think Cillian Murphy carried the movie. Yeah, man. I have Oppenheimer and Flower Moon. I feel like Cillian Murphy is going to win for his performance, but then again, I really enjoy Leonardo DiCaprio and Kills Flower Moon. I do as well. And like you said, Saltburn is not subtitled. It's not. Okay, let's move on to the next movie one. This one is Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy. I don't know why they put musical or comedy in here. It should just, most musicals are comedies. So it should comedy. But we got Barbie, Poor Things, American Fiction, which I don't think is out yet. The Holdovers, which I've seen, May, December, which I've seen, and Air. So I've seen every movie here except American Fiction, and I definitely want to go check out American Fiction. This is a strong category in terms of like really quality films, different kind of films. Sorry guys. I do think May, December, and Air probably for comedies shouldn't be here. Like I like Air, but it wasn't really that funny. And May, December is weird, kind of funny. It's like a satirical take on a really touchy subject, but I didn't really laugh that much throughout the film. I don't think it's a traditional comedy. I know Holdovers I laughed, Barbie I laughed, Poor Things I laughed, American Fiction I haven't seen yet. I would swap May, December, Air out for like more traditional comedies. I think something like Bottoms should be there. I think something like maybe Strays. I know these are not films that the Academy and these awards people love, but if you're going to award comedies, it's about the funny movies. They can't just be movies that are serious that has some funny in it, but that's what they do here. They have to have messages. Even like No Hard Feelings, I feel like something that I could have gotten here. Joyride is another movie that I really enjoyed. I think Dream Scenario should have gotten in here. If you want a movie that has serious topics and funny, Dream Scenario should have definitely been in here instead of May, December, or Air. So Those are kind of what I feel about like what I would swap out. But what's here right now, I feel like this is Barbie's award to lose. I love Poor Things, and I think Poor Things is a better movie than Barbie, but I feel like this is Barbie's movie to lose. Like honestly, Barbie saved the box office for this year, and it's also a really quality film. I know some people have mixed feelings on it, but for me overall, I think it's a quality film. It's high up for me on my top 10 list, and I love the film, and I definitely want to do a watch along once it gets on HBO Max. Um, but yeah, Barbie definitely, I think, will win. What should win to me out of this here, without seeing American Fiction, I think Poor Things should win. I love the Holdovers, and I think that could be the surprise. I know it has a lot of hype, but I think Holdovers could be the surprise. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna lie. I think May December might be the surprise. This movie surprisingly has a lot of hype behind it. I personally don't understand. I think it's a really good movie. It's like on a Zack Attack scale, it's like a C plus to me. But a lot of people think this is one of the best movies of the year to them, which is fine. It's film is subjective, you know. So May December might be the surprise. I think Holdovers is a possibility to be a surprise. I do think it's between Barbie and Poor Things, and I think Barbie will win. I think Poor Things should win. Let's see what you guys think in the live chat. And if you are watching this after, definitely drop your thoughts down below as well. Or if you're watching this chopped up. How is Air? Is Air a comedy? I don't know. I don't really see it being a comedy. It's not that, and it's not a musical. None of these. Well, the closest thing they have here is a musical. Is Barbie has songs. Poor Things doesn't have any songs. Yeah, Barbie's the only one that has like musical numbers, so that's the only thing. But I don't know how Air is a comedy at all. But my vote is Holdovers. That's fair. I know you're not a big fan of Barbie, so that makes sense. I need to see American Fiction though. I've only seen Air, and I really enjoyed that movie. I hated Barbie. I hope either Poor Things wins or Air or Holdovers. Okay, like I said, a lot of people are not a big fan of Barbie. I think the safe choice is Barbie, but the Holdovers needs more love, so I'm going with Holdovers. Bottoms should definitely be there. Yep, I agree. Bottoms got screwed. Yep. Oh yeah, Dream Scenario versus the Holders would have been the best conversation. Yeah, I think that would have been a little bit more competitive. I think a lot of people would have went to go see the film, and I think that film would have got a boost, but it happens. May December is the other one I got to watch on Netflix when I get Netflix back. Yeah, definitely watch it. I'm surprised Color Purple is in there. We're gonna talk about Snubs. We're gonna talk about Snubs, the ones that people say was gonna be in there, a lot of award contenderish and stuff, and that's not there. After I go to the categories, I have articles to talk about Snubs and surprises. But yeah, Color Purple not being there is weird. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say, oh, because it didn't come out officially yet, and I don't get screeners for everything. I can't wait till I start getting screeners. Oh, this channel is going to be so fire when I get screeners. Best performance by an actress in a motion picture, musical, or a comedy. Well, so here's some Color Purple love. Fantasia for Color Purple. Jennifer Lawrence for No Hard Feelings. How did she get nominated, but not the movie? The movie is so funny. She's the best part of the film. So definitely happy for Jennifer Lawrence getting nominated for this. She's on a comeback for her career. I love this movie. It was so funny. And I love that we're getting these weird, inappropriate films that don't care and are making money. So, like, I love this. I do think maybe somebody could have got something for Joyride. I think somebody could have got something for Strays. No, not for Strays. They're not gonna nominate any dogs. I think that maybe that's why Strays could get something like that. But like Bottoms, and there's a couple other comedy films that I love. Natalie Portman for May to Summer is a wild ass nomination. I'm not gonna lie. She was great in that movie. She's probably the best part of the film. Well, no, she's probably the second best part of that film. It's just like she doesn't sing, so it's not a musical, and it's just like I guess she's funny, but not traditionally. It's just May December is such a weird film. But hey, this is a movie I haven't seen before. I haven't even heard of this film, Fallen Leaves by Alma Paulus and Fallen Leaves. I've never heard of Fallen Leaves before. I'm really, really interested in seeing it now that it got nominated. Margot Robbie and Barbie and Emma Stone and Poor Things. Woo! This is tough. This is really, really tough because I like four out of the I've seen four out of the 6 people, and I really like 4 out of the 6 people. I do like Natalie Portman a lot. I don't think she's gonna win. I love Jennifer Lawrence. She's out of all these categories here. I haven't seen Alma and I haven't seen Fantasia, but just based on the 4 out of the 6 I've seen, Jennifer Lawrence is the most comedic. And if this is based on comedy, I think she had the most comedic performance. So I think she deserves to win it. But Emma Stone also had a really comedic performance, and Margot Robbie as well. And I think what Margot Robbie had to pull off in Barbie was the hardest thing out of everyone here, out of the 4 I've seen. But also Emma Stone had to do was hard. It's really, really hard. It's really hard. I'm rooting for Jennifer Lawrence, Margot Robbie, Emma Stone. I think Margot Robbie should win or will win. I don't know if she should win. And who should? I'm going to say it. I think Margot Robbie will win. I think Emma Stone should win. And I think Jennifer Lawrence is a dark horse surprise pick. But I'm not 100% sure. It's a possibility. I really, really love Emma Stone's performance. It's one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life. Margot Robbie is phenomenal as Barbie, and what she pulls off there is really hard. If she messed that up, that movie would have been shit. And Jennifer Lawrence is so great in No Hard Feelings. So let's see what you guys think about that particular category. Let's see. Let's start from the top. Holding musicals out of the musical category is wild. Well, they don't have a best musical category, and I think that we don't get enough musicals a year. Well, this year we could have. We got Dix the musical, we got Color Purple, we got Wonka, which is technically a musical. We got the Waitress the musical. And I don't know. We probably got other musicals. I guess Barbie could have counted because there's multiple musical numbers in that film. And I can't think of a 6th film, but we had enough musicals this year for them to do it. But I don't think we get enough musicals every year for them to do it. I think we would get more musicals if there was a category. People like, oh, we could get nominated for something. They would make them, but I don't think there's enough musicals for that. I hope Jennifer Lawrence wins because I really enjoyed No Hard Feelings. I really enjoyed it too. It was a great film. I finally watched No Hard Feelings. I thought it was solid, but super glad it exists. Gotcha. I'm glad you liked it. Jennifer Lawrence could win, but I'm going with Margot Robbie. Yeah. Joyride and Bottoms are legitimately funnier than every movie listed I've seen. 1000%. Even with me loving Poor Things and and loving No Hard Feelings, and like I love No Hard Feelings, but it's not the funniest movie I've seen this year. Is Joyride funnier than No Hard Feelings? I don't know if I think Joyride's funnier than No Hard Feelings, but I'm not sure. It's really close on that. But Bottoms is so funny. I've seen a lot of people that say they don't like Bottoms, which shocked me. I've been seeing a lot of people checking it out on PVOD, and they're thinking it's so bad. They didn't laugh. Live stream I did with the Obi Alliance, they thought it was the worst movie they've seen of the year. Shocked me. So it's all subjective. I'm stuck between Fantasia and Margot Robbie winning this one. Have you seen Color Purple yet? I haven't. I have to see Fantasia before I pick one. Yeah, I get that. I just it could be fantastic. I could be wrong, but just by my head doesn't say like I don't think Fantasia is going to give a phenomenal performance in a way that's going to sway me. I could be wrong, but that's just where I'm at right now. Without seeing The Color Purple, my money is on Emma Stone to win Poor Things. I haven't seen it yet either. She gives a performance of a lifetime. I haven't seen Poor Things. Got to watch 2 more weeks. Yeah, man. You can watch my review in the meantime. Cecile is such a great character. I'm guessing that's from Color Purple. I disagree with your Margot Robbie pick. That has nothing to do with how I feel about the movie. I can I don't know how to say that word. I know what you mean though. Compartmentalize. There we go. I hear you. I think she did a phenomenal job. The comedy or musical is the musical category. Yeah, it is. But you're splitting up musicals. I don't know. It's pretty much the other. Yeah, it's pretty much other than drama category. Yeah, it is. The comedy of the movie of the year is going to be hard. Yeah, it is. I still need to see Joyride. See Joyride? It's on Paramount Plus or any other streaming service. I'll look that up for you right now, sir. Joyride. Joyride is on Hulu. Yeah, Joyride's on Hulu. Okay. Oh, and it looks like it's on Stars as well. Moving on to the next category, and that's best performance by actor in motion picture, musical, or comedy. Hey, Nicolas Cage, yes! But for a dream scenario, I'm so happy that he got nominated for this. He's the best part of the film. He's phenomenal. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Nicolas Cage, you already can see who I'm rooting for. But I see somebody else I'm rooting for. Oh god, okay. This category is way harder than I thought. Nicolas Cage dream scenario, Timothy Chalamet for Wonka. I haven't seen his performance. I just saw Kenny's thing. Timothy Chalamet. I haven't seen his performance, but I heard he's fantastic. And it's Timothy Chalamet. He's always great. Matt Damon for Air. I think he's great, but I don't know about that. Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers. Holy crap. Joaquin Phoenix for Beau is Afraid. Yes, yes, yes. And Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. So out of these films, I haven't seen Wonka yet, but I'm going to be seeing that Friday. And I haven't seen American Fiction. I'm going to figure out a way to get to check that movie out. I don't know when, because I need to see Iron Claw and this, and it's a lot. So this is hard because Paul Giamatti is fantastic. Nicolas Cage is fantastic. Joaquin Phoenix to me is fantastic. I know people don't like Beau is Afraid, but that's one of my favorite movies of the year. I'm only gonna. So who will win? I think the safe pick is Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers. I think he will win. I just think that that movie's so revered. I think that it did really well at the box office, so enough people saw it. I don't think Matt Damon has a chance. I'm not even sure why he's here because he wasn't singing and he wasn't that funny. I haven't seen Timothy Chalamet's performance. Maybe he's so phenomenal in Walker that he could win, but I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen Jeffrey Wright either. So it's possible. But from the people I've seen, I think Paul Giamatti will win. I want Nicolas Cage to win so bad. I love Joaquin Phoenix and Beau is Afraid, but he already has an Oscar, and I think Nicolas Cage has one too. But I think it would be great for Nicolas Cage to win one for this. This is one of his best performances of his career. You know what I'm saying? And Joaquin Phoenix, even though he's fantastic, I don't think it's his best performance he's ever done. So now in terms of like surprises, I think Jeffrey Wright could win as a surprise out of all these. Matt Damon would be the darkest of dark horses. Timothy Chalamet, I just don't think he has a chance. But I have to see I got to see it, and then maybe I might change my tune. But what I've heard from Jeffrey Wright's performance in American Fiction and how that film goes, he could be a surprise pick. So what do you guys think about that? Let me see what the chat is saying. Love that you guys are here blowing up the chat. Damn, I got rid of Hulu last month. Why would you do that? Leave the World Behind sure fell flat on it, but conversation wise, yeah, that's Netflix films. How the heck is Matt Damon nominated? I don't know. He took a spot from somebody. I can't even think of who he took a spot from. Probably somebody from the movie Blackberry could have been nominated instead of him. I heard that movie's phenomenal. That's another movie I want to see before I make my top 10 list. But I heard it's a comedy as well, and I heard that the two leads there are fantastic. So he probably took somebody from that. Where's my letterbox? What comedies that I could have said that deserved this nomination? Who's the lead? Nobody, even Poor Things, unfortunately. Oh, from They Clone Tyrone. The fact that that movie didn't get nominated at all is a travesty. I think that John Boyega could have been over Matt Damon. Definitely. Yes, John Boyega could have went over Matt Damon. 1000%. That's a shame. Other than that, I can't think of any other comedies. I think that's a big. I think They Clone Tyrone's a huge snub, and I think for Asteroid City, I know that movie's mixed. I think that Jason Schwartzman could have gotten nominated over Matt Damon. I think he was great. I think for Sanctuary, Christopher Abbott could have gotten nominated. There's a couple comedies that I've seen this year that I feel like could have went over Air. Yeah, those are a couple people that I feel like could have went over Air. I hope Nicolas Cage wins. He has never won a Golden Globe. He has never won a Golden Globe. That's a good question. Nicolas Cage. I feel like he has because I think he's an Oscar winner. Nicolas Cage Awards. So Academy Award, MTV, TIFF. Yeah, he's won. He won a Golden Globe in '96. So he's won one before, but that's so long ago. I gotta go with Nicolas Cage on this one. Air was great. Matt Damon was solid, but Viola Davis killed it, and that's a snub. That's a snub there because they nominated Matt Damon, but not Viola Davis. I'm glad Jeffrey Wright got nominated. Me too. He's been working for so long. I'm glad he's getting some recognition. I'm going for Nick Cage or Paul Giamatti. Sadly, I haven't seen Beau is Afraid. Uh, I'm excited to see you see that movie because it's so weird and so wild. One of the wildest movies I've ever seen. I love Giamatti and Holdovers, but he's pretty much who I expected him to be. Nicolas Cage is a stretch to the most and does an award-winning performance. I agree, but like I was saying, I think he's the safest pick because the movie did so well. That plays a part in it. If Matt Damon wins, we need to shut down the movie industry for a year and have a family meeting. Yup, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is probably going to be a supporting actor. He wasn't a lead actor in that film. What is BlackBerry on? I don't think BlackBerry is on a streaming service yet, surprisingly. BlackBerry 2023. I think, it's on AMC. Who has that? Who has AMC? Who has AMC Plus? Not me. They need to fold that into something else. I'd nominate Vin Diesel as Groot before I nominate Matt Damn. Shot Good Burger 2 didn't get nominated. Really? I haven't heard anything about Good Burger 2 at all. Damn, Kenny, that's wild. That is wild. He's wilding. he really don't like Matt Damon. Okay, so we're going into what's a competitive thing, and that's best animated film. Very, very competitive this year. I think only one film doesn't deserve to really be here. But out of all these, I've seen all of them except Suzume, which I'm going to be watching soon. So we got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Super Mario Brothers, Suzume, and Wish. So this guy said Spider-Verse next topic. You say that, but because Into the Spider-Verse already won one, also they might think the box office for this film is the award enough for best, especially for Mario Brothers as well. It's possible they might go with The Boy and the Heron. It's I know I personally I'm not a huge fan of that film. I know like Kenny in the chat is not a huge fan of that film, but it's the critics love this movie. It's Miyazaki. And we're going into like this might be the start of an international movie renaissance, especially for animated films. And there's a huge chance for the boy. I think this is Boy and the Heron, Across the Spider-Verse, and maybe Suzume. I've heard great things about Suzume. And I really think that it has a dark horse chance. I think Across the Spider-Verse is, for me, who should win. I think it is a chance it will win, but I think there's a huge chance for Boy and the Heron to win. So I have a tie when it comes to will win. And then for surprise, I think Suzume might be a surprise. Now, I think Wish, this is the controversy here with Wish being here, definitely should not have been on here. I like that movie. It's a nice, cute movie. It's a nice kid movie, but there's better animated movies that came out this year. I reviewed one called The Missing. That's coming from the Philippines. Nimona, which is on Netflix, way better than Wish. And I can't think of anything else right now at the top of my head, but those are the ones that I can think of right now. I'm pretty sure I've seen some other animated films. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem should have been on this list instead of Wish. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. Of those films should have been instead of Wish. Disney already had Elemental, which I'm really happy. That movie's so good. They didn't need to have two. Let's see what the live chat has to say. Nah, I love Matt Damon, but it has to make sense. Yeah, I agree. Good Burger point. Never mind. I guess we're getting Good Burger 3. Okay. Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, hands down. He said it doesn't matter. Come on, Kenny. You got to at least like Matt Damon in the Bourne trilogy. No, he likes Matt Damon. He just doesn't think he deserves to be nominated for this particular role. They're going to give it to the child on the heroin. I'm dead. Across the Spider-Verse has a case for the best movie of the year. I agree. Not just animated. I agree too. The only anime I've seen that's been nominated is a Super Mario Brothers movie. I still need to see Spider-Verse. You need to catch up, man. Well, I know sadly Wish won't win. I'm going with The Boy or Elemental. The Super Mario Brothers could win. Wow, no Spider-Verse love. You really think that it's not going to win at all? I'm halfway through Nomoa and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, the second half of that film is better than the first half. So I'm glad that you're enjoying it in the first half because it's so much better. Wish was good. It was good. Oh my God, how is TMNT not on here? Exactly. Snub. Okay. Going on to the next category. Really having fun with this conversation. That's why I didn't have too many other main topics because I knew it was going to take a while. Best motion picture non-English language. I have a bit of an issue with Past Lives being on here, but Anatomy of Fall, great pick. Fallen Leaves is another movie that I heard of. It's from Finland, and it's on movie, which I had a movie for a little while, but I got rid of it because I just knew I wasn't going to be going to it as much. They have a lot of great indie films on there. I wish I could afford it, but I have so many streaming services. Maybe in the future, but I want to check out Fallen Leaves. Um, Io Capitan from Italy. I've never heard of this film, but it's on here. I'm going to check it out. Past Lives, which it says United States. Why is the United States have? What are they doing? How are they going to put an American film that just has some spoken in a different language on this list? I think that's cheating. Society of the Snow, which is on Netflix, so I definitely want to check that out. And The Zone of Interest coming from the United Kingdom, A24. It's great to see like obviously A24 has two, where we have O1 distribution, Mubi, that's big for Mubi because that's a budding streaming service, and I'm happy because that's an indie darling streaming service. Neon, which like I said, I'm rooting for them too. But for me, out of these films, I've seen Anatomy Fall and I've seen Past Lives. I haven't seen the rest of the films, so I'm not very well versed, and this usually happens with the non-English stuff for me. I'm getting better at seeing non-English films, but a lot of these I haven't seen. Fallen Leaves I want to check out. Io Capitan, I got to check if it's on digital. Society of Snow I will check out on Netflix. Zone of Interest comes out soon, so I'll check that out. But for me personally, Anatomy of Fall is the winner here. I have to see other films. I think that Zone of Interest will win. Personally, I want Anatomy of Fall to win. Zone of Interest will win. Sandra Huller wins either way because she's in both films. The surprise would be Past Lives because that movie has tons of momentum. And a lot of people love it, and it's a critic's darling, and a lot of people relate to it. So I can see it happening. But the way people talk about Zone of Interest, I can see it really being the dominant one here. But I have to see the other ones. Maybe Society of Snow is amazing. So I know you guys probably don't have a lot of thing for the foreign language films, but any of you guys seen any of these foreign language films? Well, I know Spider-Man will win. Okay. I would like to see Super Mario Brothers win. Dude, I know that it was not. I don't see it's winning. Critics hated that movie. That movie's nominated because it made a lot of money, not because it's going to win anything. TMNT was not that great to me other than Ice Cube. Wow, really? Okay. That's an interesting take. I thought it was a great film. Sorry, I meant to say I hope Super Mario Brothers. I know what you meant. I've seen none of these, so I don't have a winner. You should definitely check them out, Dave. Expand your horizons. Watch some foreign films, especially Anatomy of Fall. I reviewed that movie. It's so freaking good. And definitely check out Past Lives. I really want to see Zone of Interest and Anatomy of Fall. So Anatomy of Fall isn't another language a lot, so be on the lookout for that. It's not dubbed. There's some English in it, but only a tiny bit. And Zone of Interest is probably also going to be like that. I think I remember Minari having some controversy because it wasn't nominated in international. Yeah, I think that's why Past Lives got nominated because Minari is an American film and they speak a lot of English in the film. There is some Korean spoken, but I don't think it was a foreign language film. I don't know. I guess because foreign language is spoken in it, but if I feel like it was based in America, that it shouldn't be nominated because they get dominate every other category. So I hope Zone of Interest wins. That's fair. So moving on to the next category, best performance by actress in a supporting role in any motion picture. So they don't separate supporting roles between dramas and comedies and musicals. If you're a supporting actress, you're just in there. So Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Daniel Brooks for Color Purple. I'm so happy for her. I was a fan of her since Orange is the New Black, so I'm really, really happy to see that she's getting some recognition. Jodie Foster for Naiad is a surprise to me because I haven't heard anything about her in this movie. Julianne Moore in May December is hilarious to me. Rosamund Pike in Saltburn. I need to see Saltburn. And Davy Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. Okay, so out of these movies, I've seen The Holdovers, I've seen May December, and I've seen Oppenheimer. Color Purple hasn't come out yet. I think Naiad is on Netflix. I haven't checked it out yet. Yeah, I have it on my list. And Saltburn, I'm going to check out in December. I think it comes out on Prime Video December 22nd. So I'm going to check that out. If I get a chance to see it in theaters before that, I'll do that. But as of right now, I'm going to wait till December 22nd to check it on Prime and watch it at home. Out of these performances here, I think that because I haven't seen Jodie Foster, based on what I heard, I don't think Jodie Foster will win. I don't think Rosa Parks really has a chance. I think Emily Blunt has the biggest chance to win because how big Oppenheimer is, and she did really give a good performance in that film, especially that ending scene had me in knots. I want Davine Joy Randolph to win from The Holdovers. I thought she was really great in that film. Also a fan of her for a long time. Not a long time, but I've been seeing her in other movies and shows and stuff like that. Really would love her to win. She was the heart of the film. My surprise pick for this would be Julianne Moore. I think there's a possibility that Julianne Moore could win. I think Daniel Brooks has a chance, so she's not going to be a surprise if she does win. But Julianne Moore could be a surprise pick. I don't think she will win, but because I'm not sure how much critics actually love May December, I'm not sure. But people sure love it. It's getting a lot. Natalie Portman and Julianne Moore both got nominated for the film. What do you guys think about for the actress, supporting actress? I'm getting better with the foreign market, as you should. I hope Emily Blunt and Julianne Moore and Jodie Foster's, those are the ones I would hope to win. Okay. Rosamund Pike is the same cold character as always in Saltburn, which always works, but that can work against her too, because if she's typecasted as she usually is, then they might like, oh, we've seen you do this before. But we're going to nominate you because you're so great at it. I want Divine Joy to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Emily Blunt wins. Yeah. I heard Daniel Brooks is so good, but I heard her role is not that big in The Color Purple. Rosamund Pike is always great. Yeah, she is always great. I think an underrated actress. Okay. Best supporting by actor in a supporting role in any motion picture. So William Dafoe in Poor Things, Robert De Niro in Kills the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling in Barbie, Charles Melton in May December, and Mark Ruffalo from Poor Things. First of all, I think out of all the categories here, this is the strongest. This is the strongest category I've seen so far. I've seen every single one of these performances. Oh man. So I'm just gonna start who I want to win. I want Ryan Gosling to win for Ken. Personally, that's who I want to win for Barbie for Ken. I really love his performance in there. Ryan Gosling has been underrated for a long time, so I really would love him to win. I think Robert Downey Jr. is the front runner, so I think he will win. People have been talking about his performance for a long time. As a surprise, I think Charles Melton could win for May December. He was the strongest performance in that film. I thought he was fantastic. And for him to go from Riverdale for 8 years to winning a Golden Globe and maybe possibly getting Oscar nominated would be what a turn of events. I love Mark Ruffalo. I love Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things. And I love William Dafoe in Poor Things as well. I don't think he has that much of a chance, but I'm glad he got nominated because he was great in that film. Mark Ruffalo is so strong and matches Emma Stone's performance beat for beat. And he's so great in the movie. But I think he doesn't have enough depth to his character for them to give it to him. He's more of a comedic character and a ploy against Emma Stone. I said Emma Roberts. I mean Emma Stone character. But he's so good in Poor Things. If it wasn't Ryan Gosling, Mark Ruffalo are similar performances, but I think Ryan Gosling has deeper meaning in his performance than Mark Ruffalo does. So that's why I give it to Ryan Gosling more. But yeah, Ryan Gosling, I want to win. Robert Downey Jr. probably will win, and I wouldn't be surprised if somehow Charles Melton pulled it out of nowhere. Robert De Niro, I don't see him winning because I feel like he gave a performance that he always does. It was great, but kind of like what y'all was saying with Rosamund Pike, it's like we've seen you do this before, but you never know. What do you guys think about the supporting male? I think this is a super strong category. Her role is big in Color Purple. Okay, so I heard wrong. I would like Mark Ruffalo to win, even though I haven't seen the movie. Robert Downey Jr., William Dafoe, and Robert De Niro. I got to be honest. Robert De Niro is the best performance on this list. I haven't seen May December or Poor Things. Okay. I don't agree with that, but solid choice. I have to go with my boy Ken. Then again, Robert Jr. killed it as well. Those are my two picks. Fair. Hey, Spoiler Kings, thank you for joining the live stream, man. Or I don't know. Well, if it's all three of y'all, this category is so hard to decide on. I think Robert Downey Jr. did amazing, but De Niro was amazing too. Ryan Gosling has a chance, but Poor Things is hot right now, so who knows? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is really hard, and you're not talking about how May December is really hot, and people have been. Charles Melton has already won an award for one of the smaller awards, so he has momentum. And I think Robert De Niro has won one. I don't think Robert Downey Jr. has won anything yet. So it's possible, but this is the toughest category so far. Okay, let's move on to Best Director. This is very, very interesting. For a motion picture, we have Bradley Cooper for Maestro. I haven't seen Maestro yet, so I don't know. Greta Gerwig for Barbie. I think she's a front runner. I think Barbie was really well directed. Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things. I think he directed the hell out of that movie. Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer. Come on. He directed the hell out of Oppenheimer. Martin Scorsese. Hey, I don't think Killer of the Flower Moon is a great movie, but on a technical level, it's fantastic. It's a masterwork in a technical level. So he deserves this spot. And it's Celine's song for Past Lives. I think for Celine's song, the nomination is enough. I don't think she has a chance. I'm going to be honest. I don't think she has a chance. I think the only woman in this category has a chance is Greta Gerwig, who I think will win. For me, it feels like it's a lock for Christopher Nolan to win this, but he hasn't won Oscars because his movie lacked warmth and heart, and Oppenheimer is the same thing again, and he hasn't learned his lesson in terms of like adding some warmth to his films. It's always very cold, and I don't think he's going to win because award people like warmth in their movies. So for me, I think other than that, it could be Martin Scorsese again because there's a lot of warmth in his film. But I'm really looking at Greta Gerwig just because of the accomplishment of the film. A lot of moving parts she had to direct. The movie was super successful, had a lot of great meaning to it, really, really fun, and the critics loved it as well. So I can see there not being any as crosses on it as Martin Scorsese's Killer of the Flower Moon on it. So who I think will win, I think it's a chance for Nolan to finally get that Oscar. But because the Oppenheimer is so cold and they love warm movies, I think that it's going to be Martin Scorsese. Who I want to win, I want Yorgos Lanthimos to win for Poor Things. Who I think it could be a surprise. To me, the surprise is a tie. Bradley Cooper for Maestro. I haven't seen it yet, but I can see that be a surprise. And I think there's a slim chance that they go come out of nowhere and want to be the weird people and give Celine Song for Past Lives. I don't think she's going to win, but it's just a slight possibility. But to me, her film, I don't think it's masterfully done. Like when I think about all these movies, except Maestro, because I haven't seen it before, what I heard about Maestro is masterfully done. But out of these movies, all these are masterfully directed. I don't think Past Lives is. So I don't think she has a chance. But I'm glad that she got nominated. I hope her next movie is fantastic and I like it. The direction wasn't a problem for me. So yeah, Nolan should win. But Gerwig or Scorsese might. I want Lanthimos to win. And Bradley Cooper and Celine Song are the dark horses. Bradley Cooper being a stronger dark horse. What do you guys think about director? I think this is another strong category that can go anyway. Nolan is going to be hard to beat, but I'm going with Greta. Flower Moon or Oppenheimer, in my opinion. I say Christopher Nolan's going to win, but my other choices are Martin Scorsese and Bradley Cooper. Nolan Nolan is super strong pick, but I'm going with Greta Gerwig. I love the Greta picks. I really love for Greta to win that. She's so I've seen I saw what's it called? What's the movie she did before this with damn it. Hold on. Greta Gerwig. I keep forgetting she's an actress too. Oh, Little Women. I saw Little Women and that movie was great. So I have to see Lady Bird. I heard that's really good too. But yeah, I really root for her. But she, even if she doesn't win, she's doing good. She's about to do the remake for the Chronicles of Narnia, so I think that's going to be interesting. But this is a strong race. I don't think it's as strong as the supporting actors, but it's a strong race. And then we have best screenplay. So we got Barbie with Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach. Great screenplay. Poor Things with Tony McInerney. What a phenomenal screenplay. Oppenheimer with Christopher Nolan. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about Nolan winning for the screenplay, but or being on here for screenplay. Carol's Ramu, Eric Roth, and Martin Scorsese. I think that screenplay needs needed some uppity with that, with the lack of Osage eyes in there. Past Lives, Celine Song, oof. And then Juliet Trent and Arthur Harari for Anatomy of Fall. What a phenomenal screenplay. So this is another hard one for me. I think that out of all these films, I think I'm in the minority when it comes to Killers of the Flower Moon. So I think Eric Roth and Martin Scorsese could win for that screenplay because I think a lot of people love the screenplay for that film. And I think he will win for that. If he doesn't win for best director, I think he will get best screenplay. I personally am rooting for Anatomy of Fall. I was gonna say Poor Things, but Anatomy of Fall is such a roller coaster ride that, in the way it depicts everything and the way it's put together, I'm rooting for Anatomy of Fall. I think that Poor Things or Barbie could be the surprise picks. More Poor Things. I think it's better. I think it's a little better written film. So that's my choices for best screenplay. What do you guys think? I know her next movie is the Narnia films. Yep. I enjoy Little Women and Lady Bird, but I did not enjoy Barbie at all. That's fair. Little Women was phenomenal, and I'm not a target audience at all. It was. I love that movie. I haven't seen Poor Things yet, but right now it's Barbie. Okay, that's fair. So moving on to the next one is Best Original Score. Ludwig Göransson for Oppenheimer. Jerskin Fendrix for Poor Things. Robbie Robertson for Killers Flower Moon. Mika Levy for Zone of Interest. Daniel Pemba for Across the Spider-Verse. And Joshi Hasashi for Boy and Heron. Look, I'm not the hugest fan of Boy and Heron. I don't think it's a bad film, but I don't think it's great either. But the score for that film is great. So that's a really good choice. This is a strong one. Ludwig Göransson gets nominated all the time. The music in Oppenheimer is epic and amazing and memorable. Like, as soon as I started thinking about it, I thought of the music. Poor Things music is phenomenal too. I don't really remember the score for Killers of Flower Moon. I haven't seen Zone of Interest just yet. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the music was phenomenal. And The Boy and the Heron, the music was phenomenal. So this is a strong category. I think they may give this to Oppenheimer. I think this is the one that Oppenheimer could get. I think Oppenheimer will win this. I personally want Across the Spider-Verse to win. And I think that The Boy and the Heron is the dark horse. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm saying. Now, Best Original Song. I'm not going to have a lot of dogs in this fight. But Barbie got 3 picks, which is nuts. What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas. First of all, I love the song. It's so good. Dance Night. Oh, the Dua Lipa song. That's a nice song, but She Came to Me, Addicted to Romance by Bruce Springsteen. Okay, I've never seen the movie She Came to Me. So I'm not too sure. Peaches by Mario movie. Yes, I'm so glad it got nominated. Barbie, but I'm just Ken. Oh my god, such a great song. And Rustin Road to Freedom, which I haven't heard by Lenny Kravitz. So heard I heard the Barbie song. I heard Super Mario. I haven't heard the Rustin song or the She Came to Me. For me, I think that I'm just Ken is the winner. I think it's a lock. I think it's the strongest one here. I think this is gonna win. I don't think it's that much of a competition, but it's possible it might not. I want Peaches to win for Super Mario movie because I love that song. It's so funny, and it's just Jack Black just sung his heart out for no reason. It's so silly. But the dark horse is what was I made for by Billie Eilish. I could see them giving it to her, so Billie Eilish just comes to the show. So what do you guys think about those music choices? I always have trouble remembering scores unless it really stands out, like the Loki score. Yeah, yep. I have a problem with that too. I always have a problem. Sometimes it really, really stands out or sets the mood, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't even remember that part. I'm going with Boy in the Heron and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I hope Spider-Man with Across the Spider-Verse wins score. I hope Peach wins by Jack Black, and I hope he performs at the Golden Globes. Me too. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. I want that to win so bad. I love Barry, but come on, it's Peaches. The song just memeable. It is. As a resident Ken in the live stream, I'm just Ken. It was not that good. How dare you, Kenny? What Was I Made For is the best song in the group to me. As just a song, yes. As just a song, yes. But for a song for a movie, I don't know. Actually, no, because that song was really emotional at the end of Barbie. So you might have something on here. But I'm just Ken is so good. I'm just Ken. Oh, what I was made for by Billie Eilish for the win, but I will lose my mind if Peaches win. I will too. Dance the Night Away, I think, is a front runner. Okay. I can see that. That song is good for even just not being part of the movie. Did you see my message about what I wrote for the score? Yeah, I just talked about it. All right. So that is the nominees, who should win, who I think will win, who are the surprises and everything like that. Um wait, why are you not Ken enough? That is why. Oh, funny. That's amazing. Now we're gonna talk about some snubs. We're gonna move on to some of the snubs. And this is coming from Vulture. They're talking about the surprises of the Golden Globe nominations and the snubs. Big surprise, they're on CBS now. They actually got a TV network to pick them up to um, showcase it. The Golden Globes has had a lot of controversy over the last couple years, and they had to fire the owner and really like reshuffle things. So the new owner, I think that they're coming back in favor, and I think that CBS picking up is a show of faith. They expanded everything to 6 categories, which I think is great. I don't see any problem with them having a bunch of categories because it's like this is supposed to also honor all the great movies of the year. So you could have more than 5. And there's new awards for comedy specials and box office achievements. So The Color Purple being snubbed in a bunch of categories. One thing you can usually count on the Globes is a bevy of noms for a big starry musical. But even with 6 spots, The Color Purple couldn't break into Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy. Blows my mind. Category where voters went with sports marketing dramedy air instead, which is crazy. And despite dreams of 3 acting nominations, Taraji P. Henson was left out of supporting actress as voters found the musical charms all too irresistible, which is really interesting. A lot of people had her as a front runner. Purple still pulled in nods for Fantasia and Daniel Brooks, so hope is not lost. But the musical is now on the back foot in the Best Picture race, where the other bubble contenders scored key pickups. Will SAG and PGA be kinder, especially since The Color Purple didn't get anything for original song, it didn't get anything for score. That's really, really interesting. Past life reaps with what Minari sowed. 3 years ago, the Golden Globes got themselves into hot water when they ruled that Minari featured enough Korean dialogue to qualify for Best Foreign Language Film, and thus far was not eligible for Best Motion Picture Drama, which makes no sense. After resulting uproar, the Golden Globes changed the name of the category to Best Film Not in English Language and changed the rules so nominees there could still be recognized in drama. Why would it not be able to recognize in both? Just because you're a foreign language film, that doesn't mean you're not the best drama. That paid off for A24's Past Lives, which is like mostly taking place in English. This is what I was talking about, which is really, really weird, but I guess they're just overcompensating. Featured enough Korean to crack the international category and then snagged a spot in Best Drama as well. Anatomy of Fall, which is about 50-50 French and English. The Zone of Interest, which is almost entirely in German, also notched the same double. All in all, it was a great morning for Past Live, which also earned love for director, screenplay, actors, drama. The June release is clearly not being forgotten this award season, and the Best Picture nomination now seems likely. Barbie scored 3 song nominations. We talked about that. A muted reception for The Holdovers, which is really a big surprise, with 2 acting noms and a seat in Best Picture for musical comedy. Holdovers won't have much to complain about. Nevertheless, it's notable to see that Alexander Payne didn't get Best Director, which is really, really, really weird. I think that he did a great job directing that film. He should have been in there somewhere. I don't know who you take out, but Best Screenplay as well, which is a great screenplay. And also Best Supporting Actor. I think that I forgot what his name is. Let me Google it right now. The Holdovers, the young guy, and he has chances. This is his first acting role, so he will have Dominic Sessa, who played the student. I think he should have got nominated for Best Supporting Actor. December made it a December to remember. Since hitting Netflix on December 1st, Todd Hayes' melodrama has escaped the confines of film Twitter and become a viral sensation. The Globes kept the train moving along, nominating each of the film's trio actors to go along with a spot in Best Picture. You might argue that May December got a boost from competing as a comedy, though Poor Things and Barbie were also on that side of the ballot, so this is hardly a victory over the JV squad. As with The Holdovers, the lack of screenplay or director attention kept it from being total triumph. But since May December came in with lower expectations, I think 4 noms still count as a win. Agree. Want to just say, hey, Delon Movies, what's up, man? Before I continue, I want to just say what's up to you. Eyeballs reign in musical comedy acting categories. With an additional spot in actor and actress in musical comedy, we were bound to see some surprises, and the Globe's choice ran the gamut of A-listers in a summer blockbuster. Jennifer Lawrence for No Hard Feelings, to a winning turn in foreign film Alma Pelosi Fallen Leaves, to 2 stars of Deeply Strange A24's Nicolas Cage and Joaquin Phoenix in Beau is Afraid. So happy that they got it. Spotlighting worthy performances that will never sniff the Oscar stage in the entire point of this category, and I'm glad the Globes delivered. I'm really happy for them too. 2 spicy nods for Saltburn. After Emerald Fennell's widely reviled film scored a pair of acting nominations, my colleague Joe Ray posted the Saltburn nominations are going to get so many people tweeting stuff like Globe's going to globe, with apologies to Joe. I'm one of those basic bees who will utter those exact words. Globe's going to glow. Now, in fairness to the Golden Globes, they did restrain themselves by declining to nominate Saltburn for picture, screenplay, or director. One of the acting noms, Rosa Pike, as supporting actress, is defensible pick, and the other, Barry Keoghan, in actor drama, can be seen as a victory lap for the Globes, keeping Keoghan land an Oscar nomination for Banshees of Inisherin last season. For Globes helping Keoghan land an Oscar nomination for Banshees of Inisherin. Still, what's wackier? Globes liking Saltburn or Globes thinking it was a drama? It's not a comedy. So, Kenny, is it a drama or comedy? No love for long shot acting contenders. With 6 spots, Franz Rogowski didn't get it in for Passages. I saw Passages. He did a great job. He could have definitely got in. Like I said, Glenn Howerton for Blackberry. That was somebody that Matt Damon took a spot for. Dominic Tessa, like I talked about, should have been in there. Rachel McAdams for Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Phenomenal job in that film. That's a really great film. I think that she got snubbed as well. Viola Davis, if they were going to give air all these nominations, Viola Davis should have got nominated. I don't know about Penelope Cruz. I've heard terrible things about Ferrari, but I also heard that she was great in it. And then Sandra Huller was also missed for Zone of Interest, which is interesting. But I guess because she got nominated for Anatomy of Fall, they didn't want to just bear it. And then now this new award, cinematic box office achievement, makes exactly much sense as predicted. So this one is for people who did amazing things in the box office, right? And at first I thought it was going to be like, oh, you did some box office achievement because you did something that people didn't expect you to do, like Barbie made $1 billion. People didn't expect Barbie to go $1 billion, or Friday Nights at Freddy made so much money, no one expected to do that. And then it was like cinematic. I was like, oh, maybe they could honor stuntmen in this, which honestly, this should have been a stunt category instead of this, because stuntmen needs to be recognized because they do a lot of heavy lifting in a lot of movies, like almost all movies. But this is basically just like if you made over a certain amount of money domestically, you get on a list. And they messed it up already because I think the category is like $100 million domestically, and Mission Impossible is on this list, and it didn't make $100 million domestically. So that didn't make any sense. So yeah, they sullied it already. They had, let's see, this is just like Harry was talking about why John Wick 4 and not The Little Mermaid. Like, why was Little Mermaid not on there? It made more money than John Wick 4. Ant-Man and the Wasp made more money than John Wick 4. Is it because of quality? Is it a match of like, you made a lot of money, but you're also a better quality? Because I would say, do I like John? Yeah, I like John Wick 4 better than Little Mermaid and Quantumania. And it's supposed to take artistry into consideration. Why is Super Mario Brothers in there? Baffling all around. It makes sense. And then also Taylor Swift is in there, which she deserves to be in there, but But yeah, those are some of the surprises and snubs. And then I have one more here. Share the screen. This is coming from USA Today. Close this. America Ferrera not being nominated for Barbie was a surprise. A lot of people had her as a front runner for supporting actress. Viola Davis, like we talked about before. Why is this like this? What's wrong with you, Entertainment Weekly? Why the hell you have this thing here? I'm not supposed to read this properly. Adam Driver, a lot of people thought he was getting nominated for Ferrari, but I also haven't been hearing great things about Ferrari. Taraji P. Henson, which we talked about for Color Purple. Zac Efron and just the Iron Claw in general, just not getting completely snubbed. I heard that this movie is really good. So yeah. Dominic Sessa, like I said before, Wonka getting more nominations, especially in the musical category. I'm surprised that Timothée Chalamet was the only one that got nominated for anything. And then John Ellis Taylor got her first Oscar nomination last year with King Richard. And she is back in the mix with Origin, but I don't think it's been nominated for anything. We'll see with the Critics' Choice and the PGA and everything if it gets in the mix. But it's not. And it comes out this week. We'll talk about it on What's Next. And then, obviously Taylor Swift. But those are like the snubs, some of the snubs. I think I'm missing one. I thought there was something about, oh yeah, here we go. I went past it. My bad. Julia Louis-Dreyfus being snubbed for You Hurt My Feelings. I heard really, really great things for her in that movie. I still need to see it. I think it's on streaming now. I heard it's a really great film. And a lot of people thought that she was going to get a nomination for it. So those are some of the snubs and people that people thought. Those are some of the people you should be on the lookout for in terms of other other award shows. Let's see what the chat got to say. My daughter loves all the Barbie songs, and Dance Night is always her favorite. Nice. Kind of how like Spider-Man 2 got no awards at the Game Awards, even though it got nominated for 7. Well, Spider-Man 2, based on what I'm hearing from people who played it, I didn't play it, so I can't say. There's a lot of people saying it doesn't deserve to get it. The biggest stuff to me is not nominating They Clone Tyrone. Let's talk about that. So these are the ones that people, the critics have talked about. Let me talk about some movies and things that I think got personally snubbed that's on my list. I think Bo's Afraid should have got more nominations. I think they cloned Tyrone definitely. I think that uh, Godzilla minus one should have been on this list. I think it grossing that much money for a foreign language Godzilla film was big. I think that what's another film that I think that got snubbed? I think Dungeons and Dragons. Well, no, it didn't. It didn't. It's not going to be a box office achievement. But Ninja Turtles was a snub to me. I think that Nimona was a snub. I think Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret was a snub. I think Asteroid City was a snub. Priscilla didn't get that much. I think Kaylee Spaney is the only she got something. I think Jacob Elordi, who played Elvis, should have got something for that. In terms of comedy, Cocaine Bear was like one of the biggest comedies of the year. That should have been in there. Megan was one of the bigger comedies of the year. That should have been in there. I know those horror comedies still counts. What else? That's all I could think of right now in terms of snubs. Like I said, Megan, The Blackening was a great comedy that could have been on there. But yeah, I think those are only snubs that I see that I'm like, these things should have been in there. Personally, but they clone Tyrone is a huge snub. But I'm guessing Netflix has so many movies because we got to remember the companies campaign for these movies. So Netflix probably has so many movies to campaign for. They couldn't campaign for this because they didn't think it was the most marketable. Like Maestro's marketable because of Bradley Cooper and the cast. Rustin is marketable because of the subject matter and it's more digestible than They Clone Tyrone. They Clone Tyrone is a really weird movie. And I forgot what else they had, but they must have had other stuff. Hey, Just Entertainment, what's up, man? Thank you for joining the live stream, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm having a lot of fun on this live stream. It's a dramedy, to be honest. Okay. They made cinematic box office achievement to throw superhero movies a bone. Little did they know, almost none of them hit the type of numbers they're attempting to award. Exactly. There's literally the only superhero movie that probably should have been on here is Guardians Volume 3. That movie made a lot of money, and it didn't make it. It made more money than a lot of other films on there, like John Wick 4. To me, it's a better film than John Wick 4. I can't believe Taylor Swift got a nomination. I'm kind of excited for her. Me too. Honestly, I think she should win. What she pulled off is a feat of a generation, honestly. I think she should win that. I think, obviously, Barbie's like a big thing, but I think Taylor Swift should win that. They just so happened to make the award when box office was down across the board. Yeah. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but she probably deserves that award. America Ferrera performance did not deserve a nomination. I agree. I personally don't think so, but she was a front runner. The Iron Claw is going to be a sleeper hit of 2023. I agree as well. The money from box office is all the award that's needed. I think this award is for people who complain only artsy-fartsy films win awards. Yeah, that's exactly what it's for. Is to get popular films there, so people will be like, oh, the film that I like, John Wick 4 is nominated for a Golden Globe? Yay! You know? Because you know it's not getting nominated for an Oscar. So Golden Globe's trying to step out and be different. You Hurt My Feelings was amazing. See, I need to check that movie out. How is it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. It's like, hey, Obi Thorn Alliance, or as Obi as I like to call you, we're doing really, really well. We're just ending off the Golden Globes talk. About to get into the next couple topics. I got a trailer to react to, some rapid fires, and then we're going to talk about what is coming next. So, yeah, I heard Iron Claw is really good. It has like 95 Rotten Tomatoes right now. They Clone Tyrone deserve a nomination. Yep. They Clone Tyrone is amazing. Tiana Paris deserve a nomination. Yep. Jamie Foxx deserve a nomination. All three of the lead cast deserve a nomination. They Clone Tyrone. Haven't seen it. We'll mark it down. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Go watch it. It's amazing. Bo Was Afraid deserves a nomination at the Razzies. I don't like the Razzies. I think it's mean-spirited. I don't really mean that. Okay. I'm shocked that Polite Side didn't get anything. The movie should have been won something. Yeah, I can't think of anything that it could have gotten. What category? Maybe comedy, but I don't think it was strong enough for it to get there. Especially if like No Hard Feelings, Joyride, Strays, Dream Scenario, all these other comedies that I think are superior didn't get in. I don't think Polite Society would get into it. The Blackening was fun as hell. Yeah, I'm glad we're getting a sequel. And yes, Justice for the Blackening, Megan and Cocaine Bear. Yep. The Flash should have been nominated. Ha ha! Kenny, you being spicy. I haven't seen Polite Society. It's a fun film. Check it out. Great point, Kenny. Yeah, you know the Academy doesn't like to nominate horror type movies. Yeah, they don't. You have to be like extraordinary and have some deep meaning, like Hereditary, to get nominated. They Clone Tyrone is no weirder than Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yes, that's true, but you always got to remember that everything They Clone Tyrone, the subject matter, and it's weird, it hurts it. I think subject matter hurts a lot of people who are not black. So like, I know a lot of people that are not black enjoy that film, but not enough. I didn't see a lot of people talking about that film. A lot of people love Everything Everywhere All at Once, including me. Taylor Swift thought it was a concert movie. It is, but it's a movie. And it's filmed in a cinematic way. Yes, I agree. I think she should win too. What do you think the most overrated movie that got nominated at the Golden Globes? Air. I don't know why it got so. Air is definitely. Oh wait, yeah, Air and Past Lives. I think those are the two most overrated films that got nominated. I think Air is great, but it's on like the lower half of my great list, and I think Past Lives is really good, and it's like in the middle of my really good list. So I don't think it should have got nominated, but those are the overrated movies to me. I feel like Hollywood does not care about superhero movies because the award shows don't care about the work they put in. Yeah, no, they don't. They don't think they're art. They think they're, they feel like how Martin Scorsese feels. They're thoughtless, joyride roller coasters that's not real art or cinema and all that good stuff. So, yeah. So many snubs. Yeah, a lot of snubs. Hey, Lawrence Report. Thank you for joining the live stream. Wow, the Air hate. The movie was fantastic. I don't think it was fantastic. I thought it was great. I don't think it's fantastic. Air is just fine, not awards worthy. I think it is awards worthy. I just think Matt Damon should have got nominated. I think it should have been Viola Davis. I was never interested in Air, to be honest. It's a movie I think you should watch. I think it's really, really great. I just don't, I haven't. It's a lot of movies that I think are better. Okay. So that wraps up the Golden Globes nomination talk. I really had a lot of fun talking with you guys. I'm going to move on to the next subject. If you guys are watching this on the replay, drop me comments down below about everything we've talked about here. If you're watching this as I cut it out, please comment below on the video as well. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you're notified of my reviews, reactions, live streams just like this, and much, much more. So we're going to move on to the next thing, and I'm going to be reacting to the new Dune trailer. Super, 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 super excited to do so. Why did my screen stop sharing? There we go. There's Dune. I love that it's starting from where the last trailer ended. That is amazing synergy. Yeah, let's do this. So let me do my introduction. Hey guys, this is my reaction to the Dune trailer, Dune Part 2, number 3 trailer. I'm excited. This movie's coming out next year. Let's see what they got for us. I heard this trailer is amazing. I'm going to stop talking. Let's go.
It's okay. I'm here. I'm here. It's been a while since you've had one of those nightmares. Tell me, what was it about?
It's only fragments. Nothing's clear. You've been fighting the Argonauts for decades.
Look!
My family's been fighting them for centuries.
Woo. Your blood comes from dukes, then great houses. Here, we're equal. What we do for the benefit of all.
Well, I'd very much like to be equal to you.
Maybe I'll show you the way.
Ooh. Sexy.
Deal with this prophet. Send assassins.
Look at his ass.
He's psychotic.
Oh. What's up with this area that's black and white? Why is it like that?
I see possible futures all at once. And in so many futures, our enemies prevail. I do see a way. There is a narrow way through.
Whoa! That was dope. Oh! That was fire. I'm not gonna lie.
My allegiance is to you. Do you believe me?
This is a form of power that our world has not yet seen. The ultimate power.
Yo, this looks amazing.
I want you to know I will love you as long as I breathe.
You will never lose me as long as you stay who you are.
Consider what you're about to do, you Paul Atreides.
Silence!
This prophecy is how they enslave us!
Come on, Zendaya. Showing that you were the best actor. Wow, this looks amazing.
You are not prepared for what is to come.
Boy, let me talk to you. Yeah. Holy crap. What a trailer. Yes, 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 yes. This just be, I'm going to do a video about my most anticipated movies of 2024. But yeah, this might have just climbed to the #1 spot because holy crap, that looks amazing. With Dune Part 1, I thought that movie was great. I loved it, but it is slow in parts, and I can see why people didn't like it. There's a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people love it. Some people in the middle on it. That Dune Part 1 feels like, okay, that's like Batman Begins. You know, some people, same feeling. Some people love Batman Begins. Some people are middle on Batman Begins, and a lot of people say like it's boring. I thought Batman Begins was amazing. I couldn't believe what I was watching before I saw The Dark Knight because I had caught up on that movie. Same thing with Dune. I think that Dune Part 2 can be a Dark Knight level kind of film with what they're setting up here. This looks more confident than Dune Part 1. It looks like it's going to be more explosive, more action. Because if you notice with the Dune trailers, the first one, it didn't have a lot of action sequences and things like that. It was kind of just showing the landscape and the story and stuff like that, but it wasn't a ton of action. This has looked like a lot of action sequences mixed in and all that. So it looks like it's going to be a bigger balance. The movie is longer than Dune Part 1, which might be a bad thing because a lot of people felt like Dune Part 1 was already long. I'm just super excited for this. I think that they put so many great actors in this, like Florence Pugh, Christopher Walken, the guy that played Elvis. I'm forgetting his name. I can see his face. And a bunch of other guys in there and gals in there that are fantastic and are returning. And I'm really excited to see how awesome this movie turns out because Denis Villeneuve is a fantastic director, one of my favorite directors on the planet. And I'm really excited to check that out. Let's see what the chat is saying, but let's see what you guys got to say about the Dune trailer. Awesome, Dune. I cannot wait for this movie. Yeah, man. I'm going to mute. I'm going to do my own reaction eventually. Gotcha. Boof. Screen a must. Hey, Jonathan, what's up? Welcome to the live stream, man. I've heard they've already started writing the script for the third movie and the final movie based off the third book. Yeah, they did. Denis Villeneuve announced that he's it's done. And he says that he thinks it's the best one he's done. I'm back. Gonna watch Dune Part 1, so I didn't watch the trailer for Part 2. That's fair. You don't want to be spoiled. Even though I don't think Dune Part 2, well, yeah. I don't think Dune Part 2 is that spoiler of a trailer. Not really a Dune fan, but I'm here for Zendaya to have more than 5 lines in this movie. I think that was purposeful, though. I think it was purposeful. They had to set things up before they got to her character. But yeah, that was my reaction to Dune Part 2 third trailer. Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching this on a replay or watching it separated. How you feel about the trailer? Are you excited for it? Is this your most excited movie of the year? Did you not like Dune Part 1 and you're not really excited about this? Or did you not like Dune Part 1, but this looks much better and now you're more excited? Drop all those comments down below. Let me know. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can notify my reviews, reactions, live discussions. If you are live, stay tuned. We're going to be moving on to some rapid fire news. Okay, so I love this segment. This is rapid fire news, news pieces that I've found that I think don't deserve like a whole long discussion about it, but I still want to bring up to you guys. So let me see what comments that you guys have to say, and then I'm gonna get right into the news topics. I have 3 small stories here that's very interesting. So a lot of people still want to talk about Dune. March 2024 is going to be stacked for movies. Yeah, it is. I was personally confused about the first movie, but hopefully the second movie can be a lot better. Interesting. I wonder why you were confused. So, with rapid fire news, the first news topic I have that's rapid fire is something for anime fans, or something that might scare anime fans, that My Hero Academia is getting a live action adaptation on Netflix. It was rumored maybe a year ago or so that this was happening, but there was no concrete thing like the Yu Yu Hakusho and Avatar, but it looks like it's happening. This is coming from Collider. They got to interview one of the writers from Legacy of the Monarch on Apple TV Plus, part of the MonsterVerse, and they asked him about it because I'm going to just read it. It says, before we start on Monarch, which I'm a huge fan of, I need to ask you an individual question. I looked on Always Accurate IDMB. The writer Joby Harrell said, always accurate. Always accurate. I saw your name with My Hero Academia. Is it actually something you're working on? Is it real? Harrell says, yes, it is. Absolutely. It's something I'm working on and love working on. I'm excited to do it and get it out there. It's a big one. You know, one of my favorite animes, My Hero Academia. If you've not watched it, watch it. It's fantastic. Is this live action? What is this version of it? How I can speak to the fact that it's live action, and I think that's probably all I can speak out to, but it's a big deal in my life. I'm really enjoying it. So there's something you've actively worked on. Yes, got it. I'm really looking forward to it. I know what it is, and I know how popular it is. It's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity, and I'm really excited about it. Yes, so that's basically it. I just wanted to talk about that because I think that's a super big deal. My Hero Academia is getting a live action adaptation. We don't know if it's going to be a show. It should be a show. Do not do a movie. Or if it's going to be a movie, I think it really should be a show. I think there's a big opportunity for this to be phenomenal and just knock out a lot of superhero television out of the water, because I think My Hero Academia is some of the best superhero content we have. Maybe nothing is really touching it really at all. Like, I love Invincible, but I don't think it's better than My Hero. I love a lot of the Marvel shows. I don't think it's touching My Hero. Yeah, I think that there's a possibility that it could be great. I gotta check out what they do with Yu Yu Hakusho. I gotta check out what they do with Avatar: The Last Airbender. If those are solid, because I heard One Piece is great. A lot of the One Piece fans love the One Piece live action, but I never watched One Piece, so I don't have any opinions on that. But anime, I have to say. But the live action My Hero, I love this anime so much, so I'm really, really excited to see what they do with this. Season 6 of the anime came out this year, and it was one of my favorite seasons of for this year. So I'm really excited to see what they do. Chat, how do you guys feel about My Hero Academia coming to live action? Are you worried? Are you excited? Are you worried that it's Netflix doing it? Are you worried about the Legacy of Monarch writer writing it? I heard people like the writing on that show. Tell me what you guys think. And if you're watching this on replay or chopped up, drop your comments down below as well. Let's see what the chat has to say in general. I'm definitely going to read the second Dune book. Dune is my #1 movie of next year. Nice. I guess because I didn't read the book. But I don't think you need to read the book to understand the movie. I think they explained everything in it. My favorite current anime. I'm with you. Well, Attack on Titan, but I guess Attack on Titan is done, so now it's My Hero. I think Attack on Titan is my favorite. Yeah, I've been wanting a lot of anime lately, but never watched any My Hero Academia. Should I dive in? You should dive. Well, first of all, welcome to the live stream, Sully. Thank you, Sully, for being here. One of my favorite YouTubers to watch. Go check him out. He just ranked all the Hayao Miyazaki films. Great, great, great video. Well, let me not say that. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it and comment it, but I know it's a great video because he makes great content. But I've watched other stuff from him. You definitely should watch My Hero. I think it's one of the most accessible animes. I think that if you love comic book content and superhero stuff, that you'll love this. It's not hard to get into it, and it just plays with so many tropes and elevates them, and it's just such a great show. Andrea Braw has passed away. Oh, I'm not sure who that is. But let me see. On Andrea Boyer, B-A. How do you spell his name? B-A. Oh, Braw. Okay. B-R-A-G. Well, I don't know who he is. Oh, he was the police captain from the black guy. Oh my God, I didn't know. Oh, I'm sad to hear that. Every time I seen him, he was really, really funny. I'm gonna give it like a 10-second silence for him. Yeah, hopefully, condolences to his family, his friends, his loved ones, and everybody. That's terrible. I'm really sad to hear that. I've never heard of it, but I hope Legacy the Monarch gets a second season. You should definitely check out My Hero Academia. It's phenomenal. Thanks for the kind words, Zach. The feeling is mutual. Yes. What, Captain Holt? That's terrible. He's an amazing actor. Yeah. Yeah, he was only 61. That's so young, and he looked younger than that. He looked amazing. Yeah, that's really, really sad. Okay. Well, hopefully, like I said, he's remembered for his phenomenal roles, and he remembered as a great person, and he's honored, and his family's honored, and everything like that. So transitioning into another interesting rapid fire topic is going to be about Netflix takes big data transparency step, releasing viewing numbers for 18,000 titles. This is part of what the writer strike and the actor strike, and part of what they were fighting for is for them to release the data for these shows and movies so these actors know what is going on and what they should be getting paid for. And that's why I wanted to bring it up, because we were so focused on the actor and writer strike for so long, and we're kind of starting to finally see a result, something that came out of it. It doesn't feel like it was just for no reason. So this is coming from Hollywood Reporter. Netflix takes big data transparency step, releasing viewing numbers for 18,000 titles. Netflix has taken its biggest step toward data transparency yet, with the release of an exhaustive list of viewing time on the platform in its first half of 2023. The list includes worldwide viewing for more than 18,000 movies and seasons of TV, 18,214 to be exact, between January and June. Those 18,214 titles all have had at least 50,000 hours of viewing over those 6 months, encompassing about 99% of all viewing on Netflix. VP Strategy and Analyst Lauren Smith told reporters during a presentation of the data on Tuesday, it is the deepest dive into viewing that Netflix or any streamer has ever made. Among the highlights is The Night Agent, was the biggest title on Netflix in the first half of 2023. Really, really interesting. I heard about The Night Agent, but I never heard anyone talk about The Night Agent. So it's interesting that it's the biggest show of the 2023 for the first half of it, racking up 812 million hours of viewing. That's insane. Can you imagine being an actor and be like, hey, my show got 800 million views hours? Come on, give me something. Season 2 of Ginny and Georgia, which is another show no one talks about but always gets high viewings, 665 million hours, followed by Korean drama Glory. That's nice. International market, like I always say, Netflix is always promoting, 622.8 million hours. Wednesday ranked 4th with 50.7 million hours of viewing. And the way Wednesday was hyped up, you would have thought it would have been number 1. Despite it being released it was released last year. It was number 1 last year. It was released November last year, but really carried over into the next year. The company using total hours viewed in this report as a way to measure engagement by rather than views formula. Total viewing hours divided by running time. It employs to compare titles in its weekly top 10 lists. Original series and movies dominate the top of the chart, but Smith said the split between original and licensed titles were more even. About 55% of the viewing was of original and 45% was for licensed shows. So people watch more original Netflix content than licensed stuff, but it's pretty close. Suits, which dominated the Nielsen US streaming charts for much of the summer and fall, had a combined 599 million hours. Why another million people couldn't watch it so it could have been a flat 600? Viewing worldwide on Netflix across 9 seasons. The show's first season ranked highest among coming 67th place with 129 million hours. Seemed like some people dropped off after the first season. At the other end, a little bit more than 20% of the titles on Netflix, 3,813 in all, had very little viewing. The company rounded them to 100 hours, but they would fall between 50,000 and 149 hours. Barely a drop in the streamers, more than 100 billion total hour viewings for 6 months. So only 3,000 of all the 18,000 had little viewing. That's a lot of people watching a lot of different shows. As for the timing of data release, Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos said the company has been on a continuum of becoming more transparent as the streaming business has matured. Yeah, okay. Early on, he said it wasn't in our interest to be that transparent because we were building a new business and we didn't want to give any competitors a roadmap. That makes sense. Creators liked it too because they were free from the pressure of ratings. Sarandos acknowledged, though, that Netflix's lack of transparency eventually had the unintended consequence of creating an atmosphere of mistrust over time. This is probably more information than you need, but it creates a better environment for us and for the guilds, who want some key concessions on data transparency in setting labor strikes this year for producers and creators and for the press. Netflix plans continue issuing seminal reports for his viewing time, but Sarandos said he wasn't sure other streamers would follow his company's lead. Netflix has the advantage of being the oldest and biggest platform. They're all running their business as they see fit, and they're all in different places in their existence. We're told that we thought very differently about it 10 years ago, too. Netflix top 20 titles for the first half of 2023. Night Agent, Ginny and Georgia, The Glory, Wednesday, Queen Charlotte, You. Hey, You. I love that. Season 4 was so good. La Reina del Sora. Never heard of it. Outer Banks I've heard of. Ginny and Georgia was on here again. Fubar, Manifest, Kaleidoscope. Oh, I like Kaleidoscope. Firefly Lane, another show I never see anybody talk about. The Mother. Oh, that was Jennifer Lopez. Okay, they made it up here. That's big. Physical, Crash Course in Romance, Love is Blind, Beef. Yes, good for Beef. The Diplomat, which got renewed, and Luther, Fallen Son. So that's all that data. Did any of your movies make it? Is there anything here that you guys were like, oh, that's really interesting? Or do you not care that they're releasing data? Are you happy that they're being more transparent about what's going on? Or you're like, oh, this doesn't really help me. I think this is great for the producers, the actors, and all these people to understand what's going on and why this show got canceled or not. And it shows that, like, okay, so only 3,000 shows did bad. So I guess that's the 3,000 that got canceled. I don't know. But yeah, I find that very interesting. I love seeing stats for stuff, especially in the space that we work in. And Netflix is the biggest streaming service. So it's exciting that they're leading the way. Let's see what you guys have to say. I've seen the list, and I'm not sure what I expected to be on the list, but I was pretty surprised what I saw other than Wednesday. Yeah, there's a lot of these shows that I personally haven't seen. Like, you would think something like The Witcher would be on there, Stranger Things, and other things like that, but people move on real fast on Netflix. Hey, Frisky, thank you for joining the live stream. What up, man? Oh, and Part Minded, hey, man, thank you for joining the live stream. Thank you for retweeting my tweet about this live stream. I always appreciate the support on the Twitters. Do you think all streaming services will do that or just Netflix? I think for a long time it will just be Netflix. Eventually, they're going to have to show some of this information. They can't keep hiding it. I don't think Disney will ever do this, or WB. Hey, Netflix thought they were never going to do it, and eventually they had to. Because I would really like to know what the viewing is for Hours of Dragons when it comes back. Oh, you mean House of Dragons? Yeah, that's interesting. You can definitely check Nielsen chart, which one day I'll start incorporating if I do. Yeah, I'll start incorporating one day in my What's Next or my box office talk. I'm just, I'm still developing the show. But Nielsen's chart, you can definitely check that. Didn't Ozark finish this year? No, Ozark finished. When Ozark didn't finish, I didn't watch Ozark this year. If Ozark finished this year, I would definitely have had that on my list. No, that Ozark finished in 2022. Or Ozark finished last year. In April last year. Have you seen T? He's like, I don't care. I do care. I like to know what's going on aside my little bubble. Yeah. And then we can be informed. A lot of people get outraged all the time. Oh, why is this happening? Well, now you know. These are the shows that people are watching. Your show, your little show that you like, people are not watching. That's why I got canceled. I would really like to know what Last of Us viewing was. It did okay, based on Nielsen charts, but that's something that I can add. Are you guys interested in me adding Nielsen to part of the box office breakdown? Attack of the Box Office, showing like what's going on with streaming and your shows on streaming. Let me know. Drop a comments in. If you're watching this after, drop a comment down below. Let me know. If you're in the live chat, let me know if you're interested in me adding that. I'll see what I can do. Hey man, hope you're having a good stream. Movie time minute, DJ. He's back, baby. He's back, baby. Thank you for joining the live stream, man. I appreciate you being here. I am having an amazing live stream now that you're here. Let's move on to the next hot topic. Did I switch it already? Yes, I did. Okay, so the next one is not huge, but I thought this was interesting. Marvel announces an Eyes of Wakanda animated series. So we're getting some animated stuff from Marvel that connects to the MCU. We already got What If. We're getting the newly rebranded Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. We're getting Marvel Zombies. But now we're getting Eyes of Wakanda. There was an announcement that Ryan Coogler made that we were getting a Wakanda show. And I thought it was going to be live action, but I guess they decided to do it animated. So this is coming from Deadline. And it says, at an event last night promoting the upcoming season of What If series, Marvel revealed it has another animated show in the works that's a spin-off. Well, that's a spin on a classic IP, Eyes of Wakanda. The reveal was part of a surprise teaser reveal presented by Marvel Studios' head of streaming, television, and animation, Brad Winderbaum. Here's what the short log line. Throughout Wakanda history, brave warriors have been tasked to travel the world retrieving dangerous vibranium artifacts. This is their story. Sorry. One can imagine the possibilities, especially for the Dora Milaje, the elite group of warriors who serve the all-female special forces of Wakanda, who in the films are led by Danai Gurira Okoye. Oh yeah, X-Men 97 was also, another one that we're getting. But yeah, we're not talking about What If. But yeah, so that's like the quickest fire story I have. Yeah, so that is. Oh, why you do this? Why you do this? Ignore this. That's coming up next. I don't know why I did that. That is the quick fire news. We're getting a Black Panther animated show. I think that the premise is dope. They have so much history to go off of, filling in some blanks, doing some things for Wakanda that I wish the movies could. And I think this show could be dope. I said dope a lot of times. I hope the animation is really, really great. I hope it's not like What If, and like What If animation is okay, but I think that Wakanda show could definitely have some fantastic animation. It'd be great if Danai Gurira comes back to play her character. It would be great if Lupita Nyong'o comes back to play her character. And it'd be great to see if some of those Dora Milaje girls that were in the Black Panther shows and stuff like that, but they didn't get to talk much, they get to voice characters and have more to do. I think all that would be awesome. And I think they could take a lot of stuff from the comic books and adapt it here. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. Kenny Sparks is as well. Let's go! Yeah, I would definitely be interested in that. Nice. Black Panther. Yeah, more Black Panther content, man. We haven't got enough. I'm here for that. Yeah, man. I'm going to let you go, Zach. I'll definitely check out your stream next week. There's another stream I want to check out. Have a good night. I'll definitely message you on Instagram. Later, man. Thank you for joining the live stream, being such a wonderful member of the community, the Zach Attack Nation, and being here for so much of the stream. Yeah, and I'll check out your stream on Friday. With us getting smaller portion of MCU next year, I'm happy to have a few animated projects to keep me entertained. Yeah, we're getting Echo, we're getting the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, we're going to be getting this show, we're getting What If. So we're not getting major live action stuff. We're going to be getting these animated stuff that doesn't have consequences. It look like it doesn't look like the animated stuff has that much consequences. It's just for us MCU geeks to like. So I'm down with that. Hey, Dave Shore said he's down. Obi Thor says, sounds like an awesome idea. Nice. And Kenny Sparks agrees. So, yeah, that was rapid fire news. This was a really, really good one. if you are watching this live, stay tuned. We're going to go into the last segment about what's next, what's coming this weekend. If you are watching this on the replay, definitely stay tuned, and we'll come in for the next one. But if you're watching this at the chopped up part, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and comment all your thoughts about each new story I covered here and what you think about it and what do you want me to cover next. So, no more rapid fire news. We are doing what's coming out this week in theaters, on streaming. Let's talk about it. So, I have two websites now that I'm doing this with because I know I love Movie Insider, but it doesn't have every single thing that I would love for it to have. So I'm going to do Movie Insider, and then I'm also going to do a website that I use that I found on Twitter. These guys are on Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it, called When to Stream and When to View, I think it's called, the other one. And they do really good deep dives into when stuff is. That's how I know when stuff is going to be streaming, because I get alerts from them on X or Twitter. I'm going to call it Twitter. So, coming out yesterday is Night Train. In this tightly crafted action adventure, a single mom struggling to survive agrees to run a black market medical supplies in her legendary pickup Night Train. Only problem now is she must stay one step ahead of the FBI. Interesting. I like that. In this tightly crafted action adventure. We don't get a lot of action adventure films, so that's interesting. I might check it out. I don't know any of the actors in it. That's 3 out of 5 stars. Might check it out. Came out today on VOD. Chick flick, upon discovering her fiance cheated, Claire, a witty-driven fashion columnist, jilts her husband to be at the altar. In the weeks that follow, she loses her job and hits rock bottom. With nothing else to lose, Claire turns to online dating and social media to launch her relatory dating streak. When her dating exploits go viral, things begin to take a toll, but when she runs into her first love, she will ignite fire or put out the flames. That sounds fun. I don't know anybody that's in the movie. Maybe check out a trailer. Family Game. Arsenals are illegal poachers selling wild meat out of the back of family-owned garage. Their older son, Adam, wants to get out of the criminal enterprise and run a clean business. But this plan changed when Anthony, his more criminally inclined younger brother, returns to town from prison. Sounds very similar to the Night Train, but kind of like a little different. Walden, Emil Hirsch, wow, I haven't seen him in a long time, is a stenographer in a small southern town whose mind has witnessed all types of injustices in a courtroom. After discovering he has a terminal illness, the repressed anger deep within him surfaces, taking justice into his own hands in the most gruesome ways imaginable. Okay. For all you Swifties out there, Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, will be coming to VOD, so you can watch it at home. You can rent it. You can continue supporting her. I might check it out. I like Taylor Swift's music. I'm not a Swiftie or anything, and I don't like listen to her albums like that, but she has hits I like. I don't know. I didn't think I wanted to go to a theater and watch it with a bunch of screaming 12-year-olds. So, coming out tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? No, Thursday. Today's Tuesday. Is called The Last Rifleman. It's coming out limited release. A World War II veteran escapes his care home in Northern Ireland and embarks on an arduous, something like that, but inspirational journey to France to attend his 75th anniversary of the D-Day landings, finding the courage to face the ghosts of his past. Oh, starring Pierce Bronson, Clemence Posey, John Amos. I kind of heard of some of these actors. That sounds interesting. That sounds like a sweet movie. Walden does sound interesting. Have you seen with T? Coming out Friday, which is like when the big movies come out, is Wonka. Really, really excited about this. This will be a standalone movie focused on Willy Wonka and his earlier pre-Charlie adventures, starring Olivia Colman, Timothée Chalamet, Simon Pambe, Simon Rich, 2 Simons, and Hugh Grant, and a bunch of other people. The word of mouth for this film has been really, really good, and I'm excited to check it out. I have tickets for this Friday. Are you guys excited to check out Wonka? On Apple TV Plus, The Family Plan with Michelle Monaghan, something like that. I forgot how to say her name all the time. Mark Wahlberg and a bunch of other solid actors is the story of a suburban dad who must take his family on the run when his past catches up to him. And basically, it's like he used to be an assassin, and he'd been living a assassinless life and now people he's wronged is coming after him. That's coming on Apple TV Plus. You can be home and streaming it. The Finest Kind, a movie that's been delayed a lot, starring Ben Foster, Tommy Lee Jones, Gary Foster, and our girl Jenna Ortega. Two brothers from opposite sides of the track reunite as adults over one fateful summer. When they strike a deal with a dangerous Boston crime syndicate, a young woman finds herself caught in the middle, which is probably Jenna Ortega. This will be on Paramount Plus. This has been talked about for a long time, and now it's finally coming out this Friday. Zone of Interest is going to be coming out on VOD, so you can rent this movie finally for those people who were there during the Golden Globe talk. Story about the family of Rudolf Haas, the Can't Commandment of Auschwitz, starring Sandra Huller, who was in Anatomy of Fall. She starred in that. Jonathan Glazer is in this, and I don't really know a lot of people in here. This is a German film. Will be fully in German, and there's a lot of hype for this. I guess it's done its theatrical run, is now it's going to be able to rent. I'm definitely going to check it out this weekend, and I might do a review. I'm not going to promise that, but I might do it. But it sounds really interesting. American Fiction. This will be a limited release. It's not going wide yet. I'm excited to check this out. American Fiction is Cord Jefferson's directional debut, which confronts our culture's obsession with reducing people to outrageous stereotypes. Jeffrey Wright starts as Monk, a frustrated... losing my voice a little bit. Monk, a frustrated novelist who fed up with establishment... who fed up with the establishment profiting from the black entertainment that relies on tired and offensive tropes. To prove his point, Monk uses a pen name to write an outlandish black book of his own, a book that propels him to a heart of hypocrisy and the madness he claims to disdain. This cast is really strong with Issa Rae, Jeffrey Wright, and a bunch of other solid actors. I've been hearing great things about American Fiction. I'm excited to check this out. It's limited right now. I might wait till it goes wide. We'll see. Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. So for my Throwback Thursday poll, which I did a long time ago and just never got that review out. The review for Chicken Run, the first one, will be coming soon. I'm going to try to get it out before this movie comes out Friday. We're getting a sequel to Chicken Run. And I'm not going to tell you how I felt about the first one, but a group of plucky chickens return in an all-new adventure. That's all they're giving us. But yeah, we're getting a new Chicken Run after all these years on Netflix. I'm really interested to check it out. The first one was interesting, to say the least. And then we got a couple indie films. Those are the big releases. We got like Ruthless coming to PVOD, Angel Baby coming to PVOD, Control coming to limited release with Kevin Spacey. Oh wow, he's making movies again. 0 Hour coming to PVOD, and then The Face with ETA, Conversations with a Terrorist on Netflix. If you're interested in that documentary, so that's what's coming out on some digital platforms and also in theaters. And then with this new website I'm using called When to Stream, they go with a deeper dive of some theatrical movies that are coming on, able to rent and stream. So Jules, a movie that came out in theaters, then I heard good things about, will be coming out on PVOD on September 12th, which is today. A man's quiet life gets upended when a UFO crashes his backyard in Pennsylvania. As he befriends a mysterious extraterrestrial, things start to get complicated when two neighbors discover it and the government quickly closes in. Oh, that sounds cool. Who's it? It's starring Ben Kingsley, who I like a lot. He's a great actor. So if you want to check that out, that is on PVOD right now. Dark Harvest, which is a horror movie that I've heard about, and I've wanted to check out. That's out now. Says in a cursed town, the annual harvest becomes a brutal battle for survival. On Halloween 1963, Sawtooth Jack, a terrifying legend, rises from the cornfields, threatening town's children. Damn, the children? Hide your kids, hide your wife, and everybody out here. Groups of boys unite to defeat the murderous scarecrow before midnight. Richie, a rebellious outcast, joins the run, motivated by his brother's previous victory. As the hunt progresses, Richie makes a shocking discovery and faces a pivotal choice to break the relentless cycle. That actually sounds pretty interesting. I heard good things about it. Sounds like something I might want to check out. Divinity is something that I saw a trailer for when I went to go see any movie, and it looks really weird and interesting, and I'm glad because it wasn't showing a lot of places, so I couldn't get it, but now it's out for us to buy on PVOD. It says, set in a otherworldly human existence, scientist Sterling Pierce dedicated his life to a quest of immortality, slowly creating the building blocks of a groundbreaking serum named Divinity. Jackson Pierce's son now controls and manufactures his father once benevolent dream into a malicious nightmare. Yeah, Bella Thorne is in this, Carucci, like all these weird actors in here, but there's some actors from the Netflix shows that I really, really liked, and the premise sounds interesting. We talked about Taylor Swift, Blue Jean, which is a film that had a lot of award talk. Is going to be on streaming now. It came out in foreign countries in 2022, but it came out in America in 2023. Barbie is going to be available on Friday on HBO Max. And I'm thinking about doing a watch along. I think it's time. I think it's time to do a watch along of Barbie. I'm really excited about that. We talked about Chicken Run. The Delinquents, which I heard is a fantastic movie. It's about a guy who, instead of working his long job at a bank, he decides to rob it and give the money to his friend that they don't know. He goes to jail for 23 years, and then when he comes out, he comes to try to retrieve the money. Because he was like, in 23 years of working this job, I would never make this money. So I could just go to jail for 23 years and then be rich. So yeah, it sounds really interesting. I want to definitely check this out. So we talked about The Family Plan, Finest Kind, Gran Turismo, which is another movie that is coming out on Netflix. I think I want to do a watch along for. So yeah, be on the lookout for that as well. Priscilla is going to be on, is it streaming? No, it's not going to be on streaming. It's going to be on PVOD for you guys to rent. The Retirement Plan with Nicolas Cage. I heard this movie's not great, but I heard he's great in it. It's going to be on Hulu on Friday. So if you want to check that out on Friday. And then The Unknown Country. So when I did my Gotham Awards coverage, this is something that Lily Gladstone got nominated for. And now I'm hearing that it might get some Oscar buzz. It's going to be on Mubi if you guys have Mubi. And if you don't, it's on PVOD today. You can rent it. So yeah. A young woman grieving for her past losses receives an unexpected invitation leading her onto a solitary road trip across American Midwest. I'm a fan of Lily Gladstone now, and I definitely want to check this out. 4 Daughters. Wait, actually, I'm skipping. I think that's it. That is it for this week in terms of all the things that are streaming. That's what's coming out this week. Let me see what you guys have to say about all of these releases. What you guys are going to be checking out. What are you excited for? Let me know. Walden sounds interesting. Seeing Wonka on Thursday. I'm here for The Family Plan. That seems interesting. Man, I haven't heard of Chicken Run in a hot minute. Facts. I need to see the other 2 Nick Cage movies, the Retirement Plan and Devil One. Yeah, I forgot what the Devil One is called, but I heard that one was good. Can't wait for Wonka. I can't wait for Wonka as well. I'm excited for that. But yeah, that ends this segment. What's coming out this week? That was really fun. I'm really excited to check out a lot of those films at home and in the theaters. I'm over here just misspelling everything. So this is the Q&A section, the ending of the stream. I will be on for 10 more minutes, so till 9:27 EST. You can ask me anything that you want about anything we talked about already, anything about anything else, shows, movies, life, anime, whatever you want to ask me about, you can. For the next 10 minutes. If I don't see a lot of questions coming on, I'll just end the stream. That's fine. Send you guys home. I need to see the other. Can't wait for Wonka. I don't know if I will check it out though because my schedule's busy. Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. Saturday, I'll go watch Migration. Monday, Anyone But You, and Tuesday, The Boy and the Heron. Oh, those are coming out? Or you got like early access? I feel like it's been 2 decades since I've seen Chicken Run. Let me see. Chicken Run came out. When did Chicken Run come out? Came out 2000. So yeah, it has been 2 decades. So that makes a lot of movies. Great stream, Zach. Thank you. Early access for Migration and Anyone But You. Wow, nice. Good job. Are you excited to spend more time on non-superhero properties next year since Marvel and DC have smaller slate of movies wise? Yeah, I'm actually really, really excited to, because I don't cover TV shows, so I'll just watch the shows as I want to. I'm really excited to just watch and react and get into other kind of content. I'm kind of scared that the interest in movies is going to be really, really low without superhero films, because even though people like to crap on them, they like to crap on them. Now when we come in, it's like indie films and films for other stuff, and they're just well made. I wonder what those YouTubers that like to cry woke and crap on things are going to do. But it's going to be a nice break. We're going to have Deadpool. We're going to have Craven and Madam Web. So 3 superhero movies, a couple superhero shows. So it's not really that big of a break. We're still going to be getting some superhero content, but there's no DC. So like we had 3 DC movies this year. We had 3 Marvel movies this year. We had DC shows. We have Marvel shows. So now it's going to be no DC at all and just Marvel stuff. So I'm down for that. And then DC will reboot in 2025. What are you planning on doing? When are you planning to do your yearly review? I'm planning on doing my first live stream, and I don't want to do it the same day. Oh, yeah, definitely let me know when you're gonna do your live stream. I'm planning on doing it with Kenny Sparks, Screen Gen Reviews, and Movie Time Minute and Cosmic Broadcast. Supposed to just wrapping up the year and just talking about the year, not like really like our list or anything. I'm going to be doing a top 10 list. I'm going to be doing the top 10 worst movies, top 10 best movies, top 10 disappointing movies, and top 10 most surprising or underrated. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a bunch of top 10 lists, and then I'm going to try to do a live stream with all the guys where we talk about the year and all the narratives, all the things that happened in the year, and that should be really, really fun. But all that stuff is going to be coming in January because I still have movies to see. I have movies that I missed. I have movies that's still coming out like Iron Claw, Maestro, American Fiction, Wonka, Color Purple, Aquaman 2. It's probably something else I'm forgetting about. You know? Migration looks super funny. It hasn't even looked that funny to me. How do you feel about Bikers being a summer movie now instead of dropping this month? Bikers drops June next year. Yeah, when it first was announced, there was some Oscar buzz for it, some like awards buzz, and then Disney dropped it. So I'm guessing that maybe they didn't think it was as good as they thought it was going to be, and then I forgot who picked it up. It makes sense for them whoever picked it up to move it, because now they have to promote it in a different way. I don't know I guess maybe it was supposed to be a summer movie. That movie does seem weird to drop during the winter. Almost at the end of the year, is there a genre that you weren't really into that got up higher for you this year? Honestly, I don't usually watch a lot of comedy films, which is weird because I love to laugh. But yeah, I would say comedy. I watched so much. Honestly, that was probably my favorite genre this year. There's so many great comedies that came out this year. Some more straight up comedies than others, some more dramedies, but there's so many great comedies. I might do a top 10 comedy list. We'll see. There's some horror movies I need to see. There's some stuff I need to see before I make my list. I think mine will be comedy. That's funny. We're thinking great minds think alike. I'm usually a bit skeptical about comedy, but this year I've been really open on comedy, and for the most part, they didn't disappoint me. Yeah. Are you excited that Legendary is taking over the Street Fighters movie? I didn't even know that they got the rights to the Street Fighter movie. That's really, really interesting. Legendary is an interesting production company. When they make a movie, it's either really, really great or really, really mid. They really don't have a in between. They make like the best thing ever or like not. Or produce. They don't make the movies. They just distribute it, but still. That's just their choices. They choose really great stuff or stuff that's just not like great. I'll be doing all those top 10s you mentioned and top 10 most anticipated of 2024. I'm definitely going to be doing that as well. And they already got tickets for the Mean Girls musical out. So I don't know. It's hard. It's like I'm trying to wrap up 2024 and 2023, and they're already trying to tell me about 2024. Let's see. Are you going to do a binge of movies you missed in 2023? Not that you missed a lot. I did. I know I saw more than you, but I did miss a lot. How to Blow Up a Pipeline, I didn't get to check out. El Conde, I didn't get to check out. So American Fiction, obviously you saw I didn't get to check out. There's a bunch of films that I want to see that came out this year that I have not checked out this year yet. So yeah, there's definitely some films that I want to check out. And honestly, because this stream was so fun and awesome, I feel like I want to give you guys something. If I can get this shit open. My nails are long. I should be able to cut this open. Doing like a ASMR unboxing. But yeah, I took 5 days. I'm taking 5 days off around Christmas. I'm going to watch a bunch of stuff. Play video games, do no YouTube, and watch a bunch of movies to catch up. And then come back strong. And guys, the goal for right now is to get to 800 subs, but also to get to 3,000 watch hours. I'm really, really close to getting 3,000 watch hours. Once that's done, I'll get the level 1 monetization, and you guys will be able to get memberships. And we'll talk about that once that happens, about like what the memberships look like and everything like that. I'm really excited to get that, so YouTube starts becoming a real future for me. So watch my videos. And when you watch them, watch a lot of it. I don't feel like big summer flick from the trailer that I saw. Okay, I haven't seen the trailer, so you might be right. But like indie movies drop during the summer too. Just wanted to say I'm proud of you, man. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. What are some of your what if comedy movies you would want to drop next year? I don't know. I don't know what comedies are dropping. Like, that's one thing I'm not like. I know like action franchises. I know like superhero franchises, horror franchises, but comedies, I don't know. I'm binging a lot of ton of movies in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do. You're currently at 796 subs. 797. Woo! Thank you for whoever subbed. 3 away from the weekly goal. Yeah, man, I'm trying to get to 800 by the end of the week and hopefully get to 3,000 watch hours. That'll be great. And then I'll do a Q&A live stream. But for you guys, I showed you. I just unboxed Ninja Turtles Steelbook. I can show you inside. All the good stuff. This should have been really green. I don't know why they didn't put this as green. I know it's a Blu-ray. But both of these should have been green. But these are cool. I really like the way the Steelbook looks. But for you guys, I'm gonna flash this. I'm not gonna play a game or anything, but let me know if you can see it. Whoever gets it first gets it. I'm gonna leave it on the screen. I'm about to head out anyway right now, so this is gonna be the end of the stream. Let me know if you get the code. This is for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Okay. So hopefully it was up long enough. I want to say I appreciate everyone that was on the live stream with me this whole time. You guys make this journey better. You make the show great. Everything about this is great because of you guys. You guys make it so much fun. I had chopped cheese for the first time this year. What have you done for the first time this year? Oh, that's interesting. Chopped cheese. I don't think I've done any first this year. Kind of just been doing this, grinding and doing the same thing. Well, this is a weird one. I left a job willingly for the first time this year without like my school schedule changed or like something else happening, getting let go because of budget cuts. Like I left. Well, no, I left. I left one job that I was comfortable at for another job that was going to test me and give me more money. And that's kind of what it is. I'm taking your advice, bud. Next year, I'm going to go hard on just movies and shows and, the Game Awards, and it does well. Nice. That's hilarious. I'm taking a giant risk this year. Push hard. Everyone go sub to Dave's show. He just went full-time on YouTube. Support this man. He's awesome. But yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, Thank you guys for joining the live stream. That was the 10 minutes. It went by. It flew by fast. I hope somebody got the code for the Ninja Turtles. I appreciate all you guys. Let me know on the Twitters or the Instagrams if you have me. If you got the code, I want to say hello. And just what's coming next for me is Chicken Run review, the original one. Wonka review. I'm probably going to review the new Chicken Run because I'm reviewing this Chicken Run. And I'm going to be, because of Kenny Sparks, obviously, this guy with the Who Framed Roger Rabbit, he suggested that I take your comments and do a video where I answer them. And I have comments already. I'm going to try it out. It's going to be called Attacking Zach. That video should be coming very soon. So be on the lookout for that as well. But appreciate you all. See you next time. Peace.